Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. It's Sunday the 22nd of October and I am full of either a cold or COVID, not sure which. It's slowly getting worse, but we are in Tokyo in Microsoft Flight Simulator and we're checking out the next update to the in development Horizon Simulations Boeing 787-9 coming soon to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we've got one of the included liveries that will be there in the package upon release, or their livery package that will be kind of released alongside the aircraft when it does finally arrive. And here she is, the R2D2 Special Edition livery, one of the world's most favourite paint schemes, I think, actually. Whether you're an av geek, a plane spotter, frequent flyer, or even just live near an airport, these kind of particular sets of liveries really command everybody to sort of step back and look at, don't they? So they're really, really good. Beautiful little paint scheme actually included here. Slight issue with the spoilers, that's because I might have broke them just prior to the stream starting. I finished night shift a little while ago. See if I can open this. Oh, they've finished now anyway, I think, haven't they? Is he finished? I think he has. I was going to see if I can open that little door there. I finished night shift and got about 3 hours of sleep. Not feeling the best, but hey ho. We are flying today from Tokyo Haneda, one of my favourite cities in the world, down to Osaka. We're not going to Kansai, we're going to Itami, another one of the two main airports in Osaka. Really nice freeware airport scenery actually available on flightsim.to for that, and we've got the RJTT Haneda enhancements package from flightsim.to as well, just enhancing this Haneda scenery that a little bit more too. Plus FTSim Plus Rolls-Royce sound pack for the Boeing 787 and the Horizon Simulations texture improvement mod, which again I think will be a separate package released when this aircraft does finally arrive, to give people the option of a bit more of a well-used feel and look. We're going to have a little look at that today as well. So we've got lots to cram in on this super short 1 hour flight down to Osaka. We're going to turn around when we're there, and then we're going to zip back to Haneda again, which is forecast at the moment for an LDA approach to runway 24, I think was it. So it's a quite a tricky approach actually. It's a hand-flown last 4 miles where you snap from one approach, you then snap off, and then you fly runway 16 instead. So it's really quite cool. It goes without saying, at the minute, if we're on live time, it would be pitch black. There we are. That's the time currently live in Japan, 21:03, 12:03 GMT. So because of that, and because Japan is just beautiful in the sim and in real life, we've wound that time back. It's a region we've not flown to for a while either. Zato, hello to you. MPS Gaming, welcome. Badger, hi. Canadian Flyer, good morning. Ian, good day. David A, good morning to you. Ashley, hello to you. And Lazarus, hello to you as well. Sound exhausted? I feel exhausted. It's been one of those weeks. And yeah, I'm not sure how well I'll feel tomorrow, that's for sure, because it's coming on pretty harsh and fast at the minute, whatever it is. But the missus has had it for a little while, so really, the missus has had it for a little while as well, so we can blame her for giving it to me. Naughty Mrs. Avgeek. Right, I have no idea what that aeroplane is doing there. Doc, hello to you as well. Slogan saying nice. I was flying the ANA R2D2 livery from Frankfurt to Tokyo, and they gave him a little boarding certificate card and a lovely postcard. That's pretty cool. Carlito, welcome. And flying with Dan in New Zealand, welcome to you too. So here we are, back in the familiar flight deck of the Boeing 787, and we've got that texture improvement mod that we mentioned earlier on as well. So a couple of little tweaks and things. You can see already there's elements of like rust and dirt and muck, which is pretty neat. And then if we look forwards here to the various controls, I'm not sure if we can see it particularly well in this light. Let's see if we can spin it round. Grubby phone. And then if you look at the screws here, we've got dirty or rusted screws. And I think this will be a little bit clearer once we get airborne. Effectively, there's lots of like marks all over here. Flight deck environment at the moment is a little bit shaded, isn't it? So we're not quite seeing it. You can see elements of it. And then look at that worn seat. Oof. Yeah, Clark says this is first flight outside of the EU. Very snazzy. I'm sure you'll be alright. Unless Japanese ATC come online. Fair warning to anybody flying along. If they do come online, they're really good. They're really friendly, but they have a very heavy accent. So it can be difficult to try and understand sometimes what they're trying to say. But that's how we're going with it. I'm sure it'll be alright. So we'll pop the pumps on while I'm up here. We'll put the wing anti-arse on automatic, just because it's a little bit easier for me to do while I'm sorting other bits out. And then we will turn our attention to the flight plan and the sim roof integration. So I've already loaded this in. Cold and dark the other day, weren't we really? We were just a little bit beyond cold and dark with external power. I've already pulled the sim brief flight plan in because when we get to Osaka Itami, we will do it all again. So you guys will then be able to see the live route importation there and then for us, so that's pretty cool. Now there's also a caveat to today. I have no idea what GSX is going to do because as we saw the other day, for those of you who saw that preview stream, with the General Electric engines, once that tug moved out the way and disengaged the nose wheels steering, whatever it was, it literally rocketed us forward about 60 knots. And it took me a little while to get it stopped, which is not ideal, but we're working at it. We'll see what happens. I can't get the spoilers down, so we'll work on that as well, probably once the hydraulics are online properly. Right, anyway, there's a little pre-note. So we've done our route page, RJTT to RJIO. We're flying All Nippon 27 for our call sign and our flight number today. We need to put in our runway as well. That is the route. That's all it is. So we could, if we wanted to, just put it in manually, and it'd just be as simple as writing it as so. So it would just be Laxas in that one, and then Yankee 56 in this key to Tomi, Yankee 54 to Kova, and Yankee 546 to Agpuk, and that's it. So we can then populate this because I've already done the fuel weight and balance. I love how Doc points stuff out that we've already discussed. He needs to turn his volume up. Where am I? Getting sidetracked here. So new sky, because we've got our sim brief flight plan loaded into here, very handy. Cost index is 160, which is just insanity. So I'm going to put 21. We're only going to cruise to flight level 280 today. We need our FinRes plus alternate 4.3 if we round it up. And our cruise centre of gravity there is 6. Pre-populated by the jet. We'll pop our routing in as well, so we know we were planning on runway 16 right. Oh, we've got Japan. We've got Haneda Tower. 118575. Right, you guys are about to experience the magic of Japan on VATSIM.
Japan 228 standard clearance.
125.
Japan 228 cleared Kansai Airport via Lexus 3 departure flight.
Yep, book Woker sent online as well.
200, Scox 512.
Bobby, yes, all your en route waypoints when entering airways only. As long as you put the waypoint in at the end, then it pre-populates it for you. What were we planning? 16 right, weren't we?
Japan Air 228 Pushback is correct and expect the runway 22 depart ready for taxi.
Ooh, 22.
Runway 22 report ready for taxi. Japan Air 228.
I'm going to pause the music a second while I listen to the ATC.
Tokyo Tower, good evening. Skymark 15, spot 16.
Skymark 15 Tokyo Tower, cleared Kansai Airport via Lexus 3 departure flight plan route. Maintain flight level 200, squawk 5013, TSAT 1215.
Cleared to Kansai International Airport via Lexus 3 departure flight plan route. Maintain flight level 200, expect flight level 300. Scope 5013, TSAT 1215, Skymark 15.
Skymark 15 report ready.
Report ready, Skymark 15.
ANA Tower, good evening. I'll nip on 27, Boeing 787-9, gate 59, QNH 1021, request clearance to Itami.
Nippon 27 Tokyo Tower, standby clearance.
So when they say stand by, we don't have to chat back. We don't have to go, Roger, standing by, or anything like that. We just wait. The controller is then checking all of our flight plan routing to make sure that it's all set correct. We're expecting runway 16 right for takeoff, and the Laxas 3 departure. That's what we're hoping for. With RF, welcome.
Tokyo Tower, standby clearance.
16 right is heading 158. So while we wait, we can do a little bit.
Nippon 999, your number 1 clearance. Cleared to Kansai Airport via Lexus 3 departure flight plan route. Maintain flight level 200, squawk 5023, TSAT 1217.
Cleared to Kansai Airport via Lexus 3 departure flight plan route. Maintain flight level 200, squawk 5023, TSAT 1217, Nippon 999.
All Nippon 999, report ready.
Report ready, Nippon 999.
Aircraft 82, Tokyo Tower, Aircraft 821. Air Canada 821 Tokyo Tower, your ICAO code is Alpha Charlie India で実施されております。Alpha India、Alpha Charlie Alpha に変更してください。
As you can see, you have to really concentrate.
エアカランです。それエアカランですね。すみません、ステンバイクリアな。エアカラン 821。
Sorry, Cathay 313, request high for clearance to Hong Kong.
Cathay 313, expect the device route, standby clearance.
Standby clearance 313.
Nippon
190 to New Chitose Airport, flight level 3990, spot gate 65.
All Nippon 190, Tokyo Tower, clear to New Chitose Airport via Rover to Charlie departure, Blue transition flight plan route. Maintain flight level 170, squawk 5132, TSAT 1218.
Sorry, say again please, squawk.
All Nippon 190, squawk 5132.
All Nippon 190, clear to New Chitose Airport via
There's never a rush, Game Clark.
To Charlie departure, Blue transition flight plan route, maintain flight level 170,
That's 3.
squawk 5132, TSAT 1218.
All Nippon 190, rear back is correct, brake, Air Canada 821 clearance. Air Canada 821, go ahead. Air Canada 821, cleared Kansai Airport via Lexus 3 departure flight
I
plan
think it's
route.
just, he called us when that person over to talk, and I thought, I'll be patient, I'll wait, and then he's kind of just brushed over us.
TSAT 1219.
Got a little while anyway.
Aircraft 1 Stock 6027 TSAT 1219 now.
Adrian, hello, welcome.
Aircraft 1 clear to Osaka Airport by Luxor 3 departure flight plan route. Maintain high level 200. Squawk 6027.
Go to thrust limitations. So with our weight and balance and fuel.
Aircraft 1 report ready.
Report ready aircraft. X1.
Skymark 15, request pushback.
Skymark 15, pushback approved runway 22.
82.
Pushback approved runway 22, Skymark 15.
Ornate 1780, confirm ready. Ornate 127, clearance for you.
Ready to copy on the 27.
Ornate 127, thanks for waiting. Clear to Osaka Airport via Luxor 3 departure and after flight plan ready and after Agapac direct to Mirai, direct to Abeno, direct Ikoma. Maintain flight level 200. Scope 6513 and the TSAT cancelled.
Clear to Osaka, Laxas 3 departure, runway 16 right. You go again with the direct, please, on the 127. Did he change our routing? No. Aha. And after Agpuk, direct Mirai, direct Abeno, direct Ikoma, and squawk 6513 on the 127.
Ordinate 127, sorry, sir, I'm a little bit.
Jeez.
Ordinate 127, sorry, sir, again, please.
Just continuing with the clearance, cleared Osaka, runway 16 right, Laxas 3 departure. After departure, passing Laxas. Oh, after Agpuk, direct Mirai, direct Abeno, direct Ikoma, squawk 6513.
Ordinate 127, thanks, clear of is correct, report ready.
Okay. At 6513. So this is tough because I've had very little sleep, so to concentrate is actually really difficult. So I need to make sure now that our routing is set right. So after Agpuk,
all stations Tokyo Tower, Tokyo Connect 3017, Tokyo Connect 3017.
direct Mirai, direct Abeno, direct Tacoma.
Cross TP hold line, runway 22 at the Bravo 13, line up and await.
Agpuk, Mirai, Abeno, Ikoma. So, oh, Abeno, then Ikoma, which is actually Ikoma East, which is what we're planning for. So he could have just said at Agpuk, Ikoma East, and I would have known what he meant then. So I think that's why I was a little bit confused. It sounded like he was changing our routing quite a bit. So he actually is that Ikoma East. And we're expecting ILS 32 left, like so, straight to final like that. We've got the Luke Air Tour for cabin announcements as well, and the safety demonstration.
Ready to push back.
We can also load our wind data with this. ABS gave fair enough.
Runway 16 right, heading to Sato Nippon 190.
Tokyo Tower, hello, Osprey 25 Charlie, requesting clearance to Osaka, 737-900 on stand 82, got QNH 1021.
Stand by, break,
Time forecast, we can continue to load that, and descent forecast, so we go then across to VNAV, next page, to descent forecast, and we can load that. That's really nice. Very easy. Flight level 140 for the transition, altitude and level. That's all done, that's all set. Legs page, happy with the departure routing. Mirai, Abeno, Ikomo, Mido. On approach. So, that's done. Cruise flight level 280. Cross limitations 82. We'll just go for takeoff profile normal. Giving us 80% M1, 79% M1. Climb profile 2 after takeoff. And then what have we got? Pre-flight takeoff. We want. It says flaps 5 for the 787-8, so I'm using a bit of a conflicting performance calculation series here because I don't have one for this. So we'll go with that. We'll go for flaps 10. I'll add an extra stage of flaps just to give myself a little bit of headway. And central gravity is preset. Trim is set 3, and that would be within the green arc. Otherwise, we've got a problem. And the runway is there as well. So that's all of these speeds. 145. 145. Flight level 170 for the initial climb.
Yeah, transmission very weak. Standby.
Bank angle, I'll leave on automatic. What else have we got here? Let's just double check a few bits. So I'm happy with that. Pre-flight shown complete, that's good. We could change this as well. I think, is it 1,000 in Tokyo Haneda?
Sorry, standby clear.
Tokyo Tower, good afternoon.
Trying to find it on the old
gate 6 QNH 1021 requesting IFR to Osaka, please.
Osprey 2470 Tokyo Tower, standby clear.
Almost 22 climb gradient.
Tower, Japan Air 220, IFR requesting to Osaka Airport. Flight level 240, information Osaka.
That'll do, I won't be too fussed about that. So, I think we're all set, aren't we? Very exciting. Have we done that squawk down the bottom? 6513 we have.
Pushback, gate 59.
That's done, runway heading. Initial altitude clearance is set, QNH is set. 73 Simmer, welcome buddy.
Okay, Northern Echo 16 right, push approved on the blind side, thank you.
Go to here. We could do airport search. FMC data like so. Condition dry. 180 at 8. Outside air temperature was 9, I think. Oh no, 18 degrees. QNH1021.
Osprey 25 Charlie, pass message.
Osprey 25 Charlie, create Osaka Airport via Lexus free departure, flight plan route, maintain flight level 200,
anti-ice off.
2205.
See what it gives us.
Clear to Osaka via the Lexus 3 departure, squawk 2205,
as well, doesn't it?
And follow flight plan.
I'm very tempted to run flaps 5 then, if that's the case.
200.
What's our runway length here? 16. Right, it's only 3,000 metres. We're not particularly heavy, are we, really? Look, 165 tons. I feel like I'm gonna play safe though.
Safari 29 cleared Kansai Airport via Lexus 3 departure, flight plan route, maintain flight level 200. 2717 TSAT 1229.
I'll play it safe. We'll go flap 10. What's the worst that could happen? I'll tell you what is the worst that could happen. When we push back, we have that horrible pushback bug from GSX at the minute, where it rockets you forward again. I was thought, because if we were on Unicom, it didn't matter too much. It was okay, but yeah, not so much now.
Osprey 2472, clear to Osaka Airport via Lexus 3 departure, flight plan route, maintain flight level 200. Scott 1463, TSAT 1230.
Clear to land Osaka via the Lexus 3 departure, flight level 200, squawk 1463, Osprey 2472.
Osprey 2472, report Canada. All Nippon 999, contact Tokyo control, 120.5. Stand by, break, all Nippon 999, contact Tokyo control, 120.5.
3, welcome.
0.5, all Nippon 999, good day.
Good day.
Right, so
All
park
Nippon
brakes
190, runway 16 right.
set, that's good. Let's have a little look around us. Oh, you know what we need? APU. Thankfully this starts up pretty quick. Start. Fault lights disengaged. Hydraulics are on, lights and signs. Pumps already on, packs on automatic.
Japan Air 220, clearance.
Japan Air 220, go ahead.
Good morning, living on a player.
Japan Air 220, clear.
So custom pushback, look. We know we got 16 right, so we want that one. And then I'm just going to let it do its thing until we get to a position where actually we're ready to get our pushback clip from ATC. I'll pop the beacon lights on.
Say again, please.
Jeez.
Code.
Japan Air 220, squawk 5311.
Okay, APU jet is transferred across.
To Osaka Airport.
How loud is the ATC for you guys listening? Is it so loud you can barely hear me? Because VATSIM seems to have changed something recently, which means that it seems insanely loud in comparison, for me at least, on my speakers here.
Maintain flight level 200, Japan Air 220.
Thank you, little bucket crash.
It's about right, good stuff. Well, David's saying very loud.
All Nippon 57, pushback approved, runway. All Nippon 57, runway 22, pushback approved, heading the north.
Runway 22, pushback approved, heading the north, all Nippon 57.
Yeah, VATSIM does sound louder than normal, doesn't it? Haneda Tower, All Nippon 27, fully ready, request push start, gate 59.
All Nippon 27, Tokyo Tower, stand by.
Haneda Tower, at ramp 315, requesting pushback engine startup, Japan Air 220.
Oh, for goodness sake. It's becoming a shit show.
Stand by. All Nippon 190, make right turn to Mike 2.
Turn right to Mike 2.
Akari, hello to you!
All Nippon 27, I said again, push after right side point 737, push back approved, heading south on Echo.
After the traffic behind is cleared, push and start approved, facing south on Echo on Nippon 27. Yeah, everyone talk at once! Ah! So I do feel for the controllers sometimes. It's an unenviable task on VATSIM, isn't it? Everybody wants to push at the same time. Bat knows.
Climax 15 runway 22, taxi via Whiskey, Bravo, holding point Bravo 13.
Taxi via Whiskey, Bravo, holding point Bravo 13.
What we got? I don't know where he's going.
Haneda Tower, Japan Air 220 at ramp 315, requesting second engine startup.
Whoever that is, you've got to wait for a natural gap in ATC. Can't keep requesting pushback. Don't forget as well, if we're all flying to the same destination, we can't all take off at the same time either. We need like 2, 3, 4 minutes separation, so you can request pushback if there's a natural gap, but it'll be like ourselves now where we've just got to wait for these two traffic aircraft here to get clear. Although there's a problem, because they're facing each other.
Tokyo Tower, spread 2472 is fully ready, stand 6.
There we go, that's better. That's how you ask for pushback.
2472, request the gate number.
Gate number 6 for Osprey 2472.
Osprey 2472.
Such a cool livery, isn't it?
22 heading north.
Pushback approved, facing north, Osprey 2472.
We can't push until these are moving. Yeah, Game of Clark, usually we do. We sometimes, well, quite often, we don't all bunch up together. We will kind of just plot up at different areas of the airport. But there's no rush, like I was saying. We can't all take off at the same time, can we? So at the minute, I'm just running my APU. If I push back, I'll be a problem for him. So I've asked for pushback because there was a gap, so I've joined the queue. But I have to wait for him to go. But I don't think anyone's moving anytime soon because they're both facing each other with nowhere to go.
On the 178 taxi.
That's when he's just looked at...
Can you make wrong pushback on Echo?
We can make a 180 up, start pushing it if you want.
Now, ordinary 178, continue pushback, heading north on Echo.
Okay, I'll turn around and I'll fund a request taxi.
Just pushback facing south on Echo, wasn't it?
Ordinary 178, say it again.
Request taxi. Dictated.
And I'm hoping...
Stand by. Ordinary 5 will... ordinary 178, taxi via Echo, for the south of Echo 10.
Echo, sure, Echo 10.
He's asked to push face south on Echo, which is here. It's just long, we've got to go Echo 9 and then up to Echo. I don't know how it's going to work. It's a custom pushback. I've selected 16.
Haneda Tower, Japan Air 220 at ramp 315, requesting pushback and engine startup.
Japan Air 220, pushback approved, runway 22, heading east.
Absolutely 707 liner. That's why we've got to be really patient. Although I'm very late now. What's this ANA doing? Is he? Who is it? And are they ready to taxi?
15 cross CP hold line, window 19 at 9 runway 22 at the Bravo 1 clear for takeoff.
Cross GP hold line, clear for takeoff, runway 22, skymark 15.
Typical Flight 29 gate 3, with correct, ready for departure, ready for pushback.
Several contact standby. Stay Flyer 29 pushback approved, runway 22.
Surprised the hydraulics haven't dropped those yet.
Flyer 29 heading east.
Okay, heading east. Flight 29. Short of Echo 10.
Ordinary 1788, taxi via Echo 10, Charlie, Horizon 5, Charlie, correction. Ordinary 1788, taxi via Echo, hold the start of Juliet.
I might just release the parking brake and see what happens. We've got a custom GSX profile for Haneda, so it's custom pushback. The person has created all of the custom pushbacks for all of the different stands. Can't test them, that's the thing. So
Juliet, Romeo, Bravo 14,
Ordinate 1780, hold the start of Juliet.
Sorry, Roger, hold short, Juliet, we have 821 in sight.
Skymark 15, contact the Tokyo departure.
Skymark 15, airborne.
Skymark 15, contact the departure.
Contact departure, Skymark 15.
Ordinate 190, taxi to holding point Alpha 14.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting grumpy, Split Ocean.
All Nippon 57 runway 22 taxi via Echo 9 Echo, hold the sort of Juliet.
Okay, that's him.
All stations Tokyo Tower, leave seat, 3 minutes. Haneda Tower, Japan Air 220, requesting taxi. Japan Air 220.
Is that please? Right, seatbelt signs, APU's good, that's all set. That's all good. Beacon's on. Let's go. Bosh. Centuria, welcome. Let's see what happens here. So, with the safety demonstration with ANA, let's see what happens. And you can start both engines in the Dreamliner because of the way the starters work, but I like to do one at a time personally so I can watch each engine separately. Let's watch the animations and we'll listen to the safety demonstration.
ANA Inspiration of Japan.
Welcome on board. Please pay attention to the following safety instructions.
It's the Luke Airtool Dwar Flunker. It's always the Luke Airtool. Every time you hear custom cabin announcements, lukeairtool.net.
Please place your baggage in the overhead compartment or under the seat in front, and do not stack items on top of each other, as they may fall out. Nothing should block the aisle or exits.
Hydraulics are online. Spoilers have gone away.
For takeoff and landing.
Peter,
hello. Hope you're okay. Andy, welcome as well. Hope you're well.
Please keep your seatbelt securely fastened whenever you are seated, in case of sudden turbulence.
Taxi by Whiskey Hotel Q8 for Osprey 2472.
Cockpit to ground.
Aircraft S1 cross CG for ground in the 19 after Astonaya runway 22 up clear for takeoff.
Please turn them off or set them to airplane mode.
Japan Air 22 runway 22 taxi D holding point via Romeo.
Say again please, departure runway.
Watch these animations.
Japan Air 22 runway 22. Okay,
Peter,
to holding point runway 22 via Romeo, Japan Air 20.
All Nippon 57 taxi via Juliet, Romeo, hold the shuttle landing.
Place it over your nose and mouth and breathe normally.
All Nippon 967 Tokyo Tower, stand by clearance.
Remove your arm mask and then put the oxygen mask directly onto
All
your
Nippon
face.
57 taxi via Juliet,
Beautiful backdrop of Tokyo in the background there, look.
Over your head and adjust it by pulling the ends.
Doing some control surface checks.
In an emergency, brace for impact.
Osprey 25 Charlie, ready to start and pushback please.
Emergency exits are located on
Osprey
both sides
25
of the
Charlie, pushback approved, heading to north, runway 22.
Pushback approved,
Remain
facing north,
seated
Osprey
and wait for
25 Charlie.
instructions. Photography is prohibited during evacuation.
Sapphire 29
Leave all baggage
runway
behind, as it may hinder
22 taxi
evacuation
via
or
Hotel
damage the
1
slide.
Golf, Bengusi.
What brake RTO? Vectors.
Remove high-heeled shoes and other items with sharp points, as these may damage the slide.
Kick us off. Okay,
Put
taxi.
both arms out,
Sapphire
sit up
29
straight, and
Rajasemba.
slide down.
All Nippon 190, window 190 at 9, runway 16 right, Alpha 14, clear for
Move
takeoff.
away from the aircraft immediately.
救命員は座席の下または横にあります。
A life
Takeoff
vest is
trim while we
under
wait.
or beside your
3,
seat.
wasn't it?
Haneda
Tower, Japan Air 220, runway
Slip the life vest
22,
over your
ready
head,
for
fasten the
departure.
buckles, and tighten the straps.
非常口または翼の上で前の引き手を強く引いて膨らませます。
Inflate the life vest at the door or on the wing
Japan
by
Air
pulling the
22,
red
runway
tabs down.
22 at the Bravo 14, line up runway.
両側のゴム管を吹きます。
If you need
Runway 22, line up and wait, Japan Air 220.
安全のしおりをご
On
覧
Nippon
ください。
27, request taxi.
please look at the safety instructions card in your seat
All
pocket.
Nippon 27, stand by.
お手伝いが必要なお客様はお知らせください。
All Nippon 27, runway 22, taxi via Echo 9, Echo. Hold the
If
service
you
period.
require assistance or have any questions, please contact a cabin attendant.
Just confirm taxi to. Is it 22 departing now or 16 right still?
All Nippon 27, stand by. Aircraft H1, contact departure.
Contact departure, aircraft 21.
All Nippon 27, your runway 22, please. Taxi via Echo 9, Echo.
Runway 22, Echo 9 and Echo for All Nippon 27. Confirm Laxas 3 departure still.
All Nippon 27, affirm.
Thank you. Easy change, but we do now need to just check everything again, and therefore the takeoff speeds have gone as we start to roll forward. So a little bit of multitasking. This is where we need kind of 2 pilots really. 1, 2 and 3. 145, still matching, that's good. But I'm going to run the data again on VAS Airplane Toolbox.
Tokyo Tower, Osprey 2472, could you just confirm the departing runway for me, please?
Osprey 2472, your runway 22.
Runway 22, Osprey 2472.
Haneda Tower, Japan Air 220, runway 22, ready for departure.
Okay, that person,
Japan Air 22,
the controller knows you're on the runway.
Runway 22, clear for takeoff.
Right, let's
Cleared
do
for
my
takeoff,
performance.
runway 22, Japan Air 220.
All Nippon 57, taxi D, holding point, Bravo 14, cross GP, hold the line.
Echo 9 and Echo.
Holding point, Bravo 14, cross JP, hold the line, holding point 57.
We use VAS Airplane Toolbox here as well.
All Nippon 57, disregard.
We've got my work cut out here. Headwind at 10 knots.
All Nippon 780, runway 16 right, Alpha 14, line up runway.
Jeez.
Off 14 and 120 land way from 19.
All Nippon 19,
It's now flap 15. And takeoff TPR 82%.
Good.
New V speeds.
Haneda Tower, Japan Air 220, airborne.
Japan Air 220, contact departure 120, decimal 5.
120, decimal
Hello, Cynthia,
5,
welcome.
Japan Air 220, goodbye.
Yeah.
Good. All Nippon 57, runway 22, line up runway.
Runway 22, line up runway, holding point 57.
It's alarm traffic mode.
Tokyo Tower, konbanwa, All Nippon 125, 11 DME, ILS runway 22.
Still got TCAS off.
All Nippon 125,
Got one on
Tokyo
final.
Tower, runway 22, window 190 at 9, continue approach, we have departure.
Hey, actually, you know what? I just
Continue
realised as
approach
well, we didn't have that
Nippon
rocket shoot
125.
thing on GSX that
Alright.
time. Okay, that's the overhead done.
All Nippon 57, Levi's clearance after airborne, maintain 5000.
After maintain 5000, holding point 57.
It's a lot of multitasking, Dwal, isn't it?
All Nippon 57, window 190 at
I mean,
9,
had no
runway
sleep.
22, clear for takeoff.
Over 2 days, I've had 6
Runway
hours
22,
sleep in,
holding point
well,
57.
2.5 days with those long night shifts that I've been doing, and my head actually hurts from the amount of multitasking we've done already. Thankfully, all this works. Happy days. The by the way, while I remember, get rid of that, turn it off. This is release candidate 3, so they're continuing to work and improve on the package massively at Horizon Simulations, always improving the add-on.
Traffic 137 start off.
Nice and slowly. But there's going to be another update for the beta build over the next couple of days, which seeks to improve and add some quote-unquote goodies, which is very exciting. Taxi hold point via Echo. Good night, Echo.
Thanks for waiting. Clear.
Is it that way?
Nippon 967 cleared to Shanghai Airport via Linux departure flight plan route. Maintain Clairvaux to 00.
You know what I need?
67.
Charts. Where are we?
Shanghai Airport via
button. Can we zoom in?
3667
Some streamers have been giving it GLES, just to show you guys what you can expect.
Nippon 967 Laja, break, Nippon 57 contact departure.
Hey, there's an Osprey down there.
Nippon 967 runway 22, pushback approach, heading north.
Now 22 pushback heading north, Order 967.
V145 still for that, and the takeoff trim's changed to 3.25, so I've just changed it using the electronic trimmer.
Osprey 25 Charlie, runway 22, taxi via Echo 9, Echo, hold the start of Juliet.
Taxi via Echo 9, Echo, hold short of Juliet. Osprey 25 Charlie.
Nippon 780, thanks for waiting. Window 19 at 9 runway.
Oh yeah, they have a compression thing, don't they? Let's see if we can see that. If I just dab the brakes.
Osprey 2472, taxi via Bravo, holding point, Bravo 13.
Snazzy. Kind of just see it just compress.
Holding point Bravo 13, Osprey 2472.
Nippon 27, taxi via Romeo, holding point, Bravo 14.
Taxi via Romeo, Bravo 14 for the hold point on Nippon 27. Aiden, yes, you will need Premium Deluxe for this, buddy.
Tokyo Tower staff right to still waiting.
I've made a whole load of custom views. That's the one.
Confirm heading east.
Look at that.
Staff right to affirm.
Safari 29, taxi. Runway 22 タクシー via ホテル1可能ですか？
スタフライヤー可能です。
スタフライヤー29タクシー via ホテル1ゴルフ10 whiskey.
There's no standalone one coming out, Aiden, no. Unfortunately.
Nippon 780, contact departure.
Nippon 780, departure.
I'm trying to get Tokyo in the backdrop here with a really nice screenshot.
Cross CP, hold the right, runway 22, line up on wait.
Line up and wait, runway 22 on Nippon 27. So I would do a ding ding.
Nippon 135, turn left, request the gate number.
I want to try and get such a really nice screenshot of Tokyo. Let's just get back in here. Hold on. Sort this out.
Taxi via Mac on Nippon 125.
Robes, runway turn off. All the lights.
Nippon 27, window 19 at 9, runway 22, clear for takeoff.
Runway 22 clear for takeoff on Nippon 27. There's the Tokyo Sky Tree in the background over there, look. Really nice. One of my favourite cities and countries in the world. Okay, looking at the approach path, it's clear. As is the runway, slight uphill.
Taxi via Papa 102 spot.
Taxi via Papa 102 spot on Nippon 125.
I'll recall.
Okay.
Flaps auto brake stab trim, V speeds, LNAV, VNAV, auto thrust, all arms, and clear for takeoff. 22's confirmed, lights and signs checked. Doc, yeah, very true. Bit of a hill. Come on, girl.
Osprey 2472, cross TP, hold the line, hold short of runway 22.
Hold short at Bravo 13 for Osprey 2472.
Osprey 25 Cherry, taxi via Zurich, Romeo, holding point,
so we'll keep the power.
Continue taxi on Juliet, Romeo, holding point, Bravo 14, Osprey 25 Charlie.
Okay, let's go. Take off power. Checklist incomplete. Ignoring that. Speed's alive. 80 knots.
Bravo 13.
B1. Road 8.
Sorry, Cathay 313 back on frequency with you with a revised flight plan.
Following the flight directors. Positive rate. Give up.
Ready to copy, Cathay 313.
Trim is a little wild, isn't it? And onto the left turn now. Following the flight directors.
Hong Kong via Lexus.
We'll go autopilot on. Get rid of that checklist caution and complete all nonsense because it's really annoying. Give us up. Flap 5.
1, 2, 1, 3, 3.
Look at that.
Just 313, report strategy.
Woko, Cathay 313.
Order 127, contact departure.
Further departure on Nippon 27. Arigato gozaimasu.
Today.
Tokyo Control, Konnichiwa, Al Nippon 27, airborne 3,700 feet, Laxas 3 departure.
Nippon 27, Tokyo Control, radar contact, climb via SID, flight level 200.
Climb via SID, flight level 200 on Nippon 27.
Nippon 793, clear direct Yamagata, climb on wing team, flight level 370.
5,000. Checklist incomplete norm, it's going to keep popping up. Checklist override. So you can do that and get rid of it.
Fire correction, Sky Mark 15, traffic 10 or 11 o'clock 15, my same opposite direction. Parallel opposite direction, flight level 29 out of Boeing 737.
Where we go? We should have. Maybe it's in that view? Yes, Mount Fuji. And Yokohama down there. That hotel right there. That's where I used to stay all the time. When I used to fly British Airways. Lovely hotel. So, as a reminder, no release date still yet for this aircraft. Still very much a work in progress within the with the Horizon Simulations team, and you'll continue to see various streamers showing different liveries, different routes, and the updates as and when they kind of add it all up and improve bugs, tweak elements of the flight profile and all that sort of stuff through 10,000, landing lights off, runway turn off, and taxi lights off.
Maintain 3,000. Coke 1021. Japan Air 482 the book is correct. Tokushima wind 27 at 5 GNI 3022 runway 29. Japan Air 851 descent to reach flight level 220 by Spence.
Really quick in the climb this, especially because it's such a short route, we're really light. But look at that backdrop. Stunning. stunning.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we'll be offering hot entree. Today's menu will be chicken.
It's a Boeing 787-9, Darius. You see, welcome. Hope you're okay, buddy. Hold the door skirt as cabin crew.
Yankee runway 16 wide approach via Super Keiko arrival.
Hello, very nice.
Thank you. お客様にご案内申し上げます。ただいまより温かい昼食の
Mr. Meow says, can you show the ANA livery after the flight? Head to our Discord server, scroll up, and I shared an image of it yesterday inside our Discord server. It's 1 hour each sector, Aiden. It's a tough approach as well, but really scenic similarly, just like Tokyo. When we fly back to Tokyo, we'll be flying back into that really wondrous bit of scenery over there. We'll have beautiful views. Cloud, elements of it shared with the Dash 10, but they tweaked it. They tweaked the way it feels, the coding and all the rest of it. With the intention of it being custom. Should be, yeah, through transition. So let's go standard pressure.
Tokyo Center, Osprey 2472 with you climbing.
Keep the heading bug in line.
4,700 feet on the Luxor 3 departure.
Bravo, Victor X-ray 2472, Tokyo control, hello, radar contact.
It's so short, look at Mount Fuji. Lovely. Aviation simulation. I haven't taxied the Kuro in a little while, to be honest, buddy, but it's a little while. You see, nice. What route did you get? Horizon Simulation textures by Moore, right, brother? Let's have a look, see if we can see some more of these marks of this special texture mod. If you guys can see that, wear and tear on the switches. The buttons there, little bits of dirt and rust underneath them. Climb and maintain flight level 280 on level 27. So this will be a package that you can upload and download and install. So if you do feel like you want this kind of more dirtier, worn look to the aircraft, you can do that, which is pretty nice. You see, cool route. Nice. Mr. Meow. It's in our Discord server. Scroll up in the crew room chat area from yesterday's conversation after the stream, and you'll find it there. If you're enjoying today's live stream as well, don't forget, give us a little thumbs up.
Hello, good evening, departure, Osprey 25
if you've got any questions about anything that far away, we'll try and answer as best as we can.
Climbing at flight level 200, direct hop.
Apple Stroop, I've got the Boeing Thrustmaster yoke. I've got a Honeycomb Bravo throttle setup as well, which is really good. The mighty Mount Fuji.
320 by the Luxor 3 departure, Osprey 2472.
Direct Luxor.
Direct Luxor.
Darius, nice. What slot have you got?
Bravo, Victor X-ray 25 Charlie, radar contact, climb via SID to flight level 200.
Let's stand the pressure with that. Stand by instrument as well.
Flight level 200, Osprey 25 Charlie.
No, it's not aviation simulation. They're working on a 100 livery, 100-year anniversary livery of Qantas. Zero saying, are you going to be part across the pond? I'm not sure. I struggle to get the time off work. Because of that, I didn't join the lottery for the slots. I then managed to get the time off, but I have to wait for public release of the slots. So at the moment I don't have a slot. If I don't, then I won't. If I don't get one, then I won't. I'll do something else. Interestingly enough, last year, a load of us, if we were approved VATSIM partners, which I am, they said that they would offer us the opportunity to have slots at big events like across the pond if we needed it, even at late notice or whatever. So I kind of asked that question. The VATSIM directors have decided that's not a thing anymore, so I'm going to wait for public release, but I'm not sure when public release is, to be fair. Do any of you guys know? Jolie, to be fair, they're in our club lounge, the channel members lounge. I put them in there yesterday. There's over 30 liveries that will be included with this upon release. Probably nearing on 40 liveries, to be fair, at this rate. Is it on Friday, Joey? Oh, yeah, that's quite tight, isn't it? If I don't get a slot, I won't bother flying across the pond. It's one of those events, so if you don't have a slot, you shouldn't really be flying in the event, really. As tempting as it is, I think it's just a bit of a muggy thing to do. Because it causes all manner of problems in the event, with coordination and all the rest of it. So we'll figure something else out to do if I don't get a slot. I'll figure something out. Took time off work especially for it as well. Always the way. So, top descent in just over 80 miles already. This is a really short sector. We could increase our speed, to be fair, try and get a bit of time back. Might just to about 300 knots maybe. Now let's have a look at our Navigraph charts again. So initially we were expecting 16 right, weren't we, which is this one, 158 heading south and then vectoring out towards Imola. We've then changed that because of the runway change to runway 22, so it was 223 degrees, then southbound to Hobbs, then Bassa. Amuki, Piper, Satol, Limola, and then Laxas. That's what we're doing at the moment. Past Laxas, and we're now at Kaka. So we're here. Passing Mount Fuji very soon. The route is going to take us all the way across to Osaka, and we're going to descend via Agpuk for this Ikoma East arrival. We're expecting runway 32 left in the ILS approach there. If we look at Mirai, we've got to be at or above 6,000. There's little bits of terrain around us here, going up to about 3,334 feet for terrain avoidance. And there's a hold at Mirai if we need it as well. And there's one at Avino as well, actually, look. There's a Yao VOR if we want to tune that. And from Ikoma there's another hold with the inset there. And then we'll zip on in on the ILS. So, 32 left. From Ikoma at 3,500 feet. And runway course inbound of 322 degrees. There's a load of flashing lights, the sequence on the other side of the runway for the leading light system, runway 14, but we're not using that today. And it's daylight, so we won't really see that anyway. It's more for nighttime ops. And the minimum's 281. So we've got to get all this tuned in real quick. And all the while concentrating and listening for our call sign on VATSIM. In case the controller calls us up. Local QNH for RJ00. They have an ATIS in fact, so let's have a little look at this. Massive thank you to the folks in VATSIM Japan. They've really showed out tonight, actually, giving us some ATC unexpectedly. Really appreciate that. So we've got Itami, Info Bravo, QNH1023.
Japan Air 220 clear direct order, descent to reach 13000
Or 3023
by
just Mercury. I'm using runway 32 left and right. ILS runway 32 left approach.
Japan Air 220 descent to reach 13000 by order, direct United 3021.
Sorry, say again please, waypoint.
Japan Air 851 clear, correction, flying heading 040, descend on maintain 8000.
Heading 040, 8000, Japan Air 851.
RJBB approach I think is going to take us, so 124.5. You notice I haven't got the music on for this sector because it's so busy. And it does require a little bit of extra concentration from us here. ILS, ooh, interesting, right, so...
Order Nippon 57, descent to reach flight level
180
by single.
Descent to reach 180 by single, Nippon 57.
Ooh. Have we put this in? ILS 32 left.
Japan 851 device to maintain 9000.
Going east.
9000, Japan Air 851.
Tokyo Control, number 136, passing flight level 120, flight climbing flight level 160.
Nippon 36, Tokyo Control, climb and maintain flight level 410, clear direct shuttle.
Not letting us, it's parked. Ah, there we go. I think it's just automatically inserted itself. To be fair, where it said park, I wonder if it was saying, look, we're too far, so we're not going to let you insert it yet. And then it's got close enough, and then it's gone, bing, there you go, I've inserted it for you. That's what I think's happened there, which is quite smart if that is the case. I'll leave those to auto-tune, except for gear 1, 2, 1, 4,
maintain 6000, wind 27.5 from 829, clear
decimal 6 for Yao, Yankee, Alpha, Oscar. Oh no, Yankee, Oscar Echo. .446. There we go, YOE. Good. So that's manually tuned for our right. So we'll get that pop up. And then Mido is right at the end of the runway. What have we got? Runway 32 left.
And by Bravo Victor X-ray 257, climb on maintain flight level 300.
Fly to level 300, Osprey 25 Charlie.
Starflyer 29, climb on maintain flight level 190, no standard altitude.
11 arms. That's going to be more like 10 miles to the threshold there, so I'll put one fixed ring in just for simplicity.
Charlie 252, Charlie Tokyo Control, radar contact.
Auto brake 2. Yeah, Dave, normally, but it goes in automatically for us with this, so that's fine. If, however, it didn't have the correct course or whatever in there, then I'll type it all in, like you say.
Order Nippon 9067, climb on maintain flight level 380.
That's all good, that's all set.
Starflyer 29, traffic 12 o'clock 6 my same direction, leaving flight level 211, climbing Osaka inbound.
Hard listening in, isn't it, to all the stuff that's going on, really. Landing estimates, we reckon we're going to land around 160.8 tons.
Japan Air 462, Tokyo Control, radar contact, climb on maintain 6000.
I ran it to 161, so we're at 162.7. And the Fast Airplane Toolbox says flat 25, 144 is good for us. with auto brake 2, stop margin of 702. So actually I'm just going to look at the charts and work out not only the ILS but where we're going to vacate. So runway 32 left, landing. We can either come off Whiskey 6, Whiskey 9's perfect, look, nice high speed exit right there for us. Or similarly, if we end up going too far above that, we'd have to go all the way to Whiskey 10. So Whiskey 9's the best case for us. Guidance signs of any taxiways, taxi signage. Jet is straight arrows, prop is forwards.
Control hello, United 837, flight level 3.
This element here, but should be fine, we wouldn't need those necessarily. Japan have got unique runway markings and all sorts of stuff, it's a bit wild. Mr. Mail wants to see the hoods, there you go, it does work. I don't use it because I think it's insanely distracting and I hate the heads-up displays generally. Roger, Baker Game, welcome guys, thanks for subscribing.
Good evening, Tokyo Control, ANA 104 approaching Andor, maintain flight level 350.
This is one of the world's shortest routes operated on a Boeing 787. Fun fact. And often it is, as Ian is saying, an incredibly busy sector, so we've got to really work hard to pay attention and listen here. 12725, inside, 0.45. Kansai. Don't know if they're going to keep us. Because Kansai is the other Osaka airport. Fuji in the backdrop.
Thank you. Continue pleasant heading back to Noma. Expect ILS Yankee runway 16 wide approach.
Roger, maintain the present heading. Would like to request runway 16 left for landing.
CP25, expect ILS Yankee runway 16 left approach, Spectre to Gemini.
Roger, maintain.
Little bouncy engine there. Really nice element to the animations, simulation of the aeroplane's exterior.
Control, Genera 207, 5 miles stars, Andor, maintain flight level 330.
Genera 207, Tokyo Control, scope 1040 on Aiden.
Yeah, that fluid wing there, look.
1042 Aiden in Genera.
Really smart. 737 saying, apologies if you already discussed this, but did you see the PMDG EFB? It's not an EFB, it's a Universal Flight Tablet, UFT. They're quite keen to stress that. But yeah, the PMDG UFT.
All Nippon 270 centimeters 13,000 by Orai, area QNH 3021.
Descends to reach Odai at 13,000 on Nippon 27, QNH 1021.
All Nippon 273 021 inches. Correction, only point 273021 inches.
3021 inches on Nippon 27.
General 207, radar contact, maintain flight level 330.
Maintain 330, General 207.
All Nippon 190, monitor Nippon 122, Desmonade.
Monitor Nippon 122, good day.
Hi. All Nippon 36 traffic, 12 o'clock 24 miles, opposite direction, flight level 280, Boeing 787.
Was it 14? It was, wasn't it? Sent to reach 140.
Traffic
130.
miles opposite direction, flight level 286, climbing Boeing 787.
Do you remember which one it was, folks? I can't.
Break, Bravo, Victor, X-ray 2472,
2023. 130, I think.
Speed
let's go with that.
7.
So top of descent is imminent.
For Osprey 2417, requesting descent.
Bravo, X-ray,
Actually, we're only a couple of miles away, so I think descent early. 800 foot per minute, smooth it out.
Correction. Maintain flight level 3205.
Maintain 320, Osprey 2472.
Tokyo Control, Nippon 21 leaving 13,000 for flight level 10.
Nippon 21 Tokyo Control, that's
Control, flight level 16, climbing 190, hello, back.
Standby, break, Oscar, X-ray, Victor 2472, descend and maintain flight level 200.
So there's that little banana.
Oscar, Bravo, Victor X-ray 2472 and traffic, 12 o'clock, 18 miles, opposite direction, leaving flight level 310, climbing point 787.
Down towards Osaka now. Jack, hello buddy, welcome, hope you're okay. How's it all going?
37 request to start.
United 837, sorry, there are contacts.
Steep approach this actually, isn't it? There's a decent little headwind there. Not a headwind, well we have got a headwind actually, but
5025, decimal maintain 6000,
there's a bit of a gap.
3016.
3016, maintain 6000.
wants us to descend at 265, but I'm ignoring that.
Charlie 252, Charlie Crown, maintain flight level 2204, respond.
1023. I'm going to pop that on the standby instrument now.
Bravo Victor X-ray 2472, descend to reach 13,000 by Aura, Irregular 3312.
Descend to 13,000 by Aura, QNH 1023, Osprey 24.
Always busy, Jack, you are.
QNH 3021 inches.
3021, Osprey 2417.
Japan Air 462, Tokyo Control, Climb maintain flight level 310.
Tower Control 351, ready for departure, Alpha 1.
Keep smashing those likes, folks.
Speed part 1022, Roger, standby.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Japan Air 220, contact Kansai approach 120.45.
Please securely fasten your seatbelt.
Say again, please, Japan Air 220.
To the original position.
120.45.
Please place your baggage under the
Okay, contact approach 120.45, Japan Air 220, good day.
Thank you.
Good evening, Center on Nippon 1.
Definitely my favourite livery on any plane around the world. So cool. That.
Station coding out of my coverage.
And yeah, the flex. That's why I've set this kind of wing view up here, because it shows you guys not only the sweep of the wing, but the flex of the wing as well.
Japan 851 departing fine.
Japan 851, sorry, descend maintain 4500.
The engine is bouncing away as well.
All Nippon 57, contact Kansai approach 120.45.
I'm going to go to vertical speed mode here. I'm going to bring it down to 270 knots. Whoever that is, they're going to Kansai.
Bravo Victor X-ray 2472, transit speed to 260 knots or less.
260 knots or greater for Osprey 2417.
I verify 260 or less.
Or less.
Sorry, 260 or less Osprey 2417.
PP25, visual navigation direct to Gemini, decimal maintain 4000, clear for Iris Yankee, runway 16 left approach.
Apple Street, it does, yes. But because we're kind of being stepped down by ATC, I'm using vertical speed just to make it a little bit more specific to what I want the aeroplane to do. So, last time we flew the other day, 2 days ago wasn't it, we used VNAV all the way through. I'm using vertical speed mode now to kind of see how that works in the aeroplane as well. So we're going to do a slightly different method of testing. Aircraft towards on TCAS, slightly below but climbing. So we're looking for him or her.
Is LDA Zulu approach only 2 available for
I'll be zooming past us in just a moment.
that's 16 left for only 36.
Starflyer 29 fly heading 180, fly heading 210 vector for avoiding traffic.
Starflyer 29 heading 210.
Cloud, yes, it does. The checklists do work in the aircraft, yes. We can use this side here, look. There they are. And you can click to simply overwrite them if you want. Kansai approach 120.45 on Nippon 27, Narigato gozaimasu. Fun fact, don't say arigato on its own unless you're a good friend.
The ILS 3-2 left.
3-2 left, Japan Air 220.
You say arigato gozaimasu. Gozaimasu.
That's block, Skymark 15, descent to reach 4000 by Lilac. Descent to reach 4000 by Lilac, yes. Skymark 15. Nippon 1732, reclear direct to Awaji, descent to reach 8000 by Awaji.
It's me information, Charlie.
8000 Awaji was Awaji on Nippon
3023.
Station calling Kansai approach second.
Kansai approach, all Nippon 113 with you.
Nippon 113, Kansai approach, squawk 1542.
Squawk 1542, all Nippon 113.
Japan Air 2TH, runway 24 left, clear to land, wind 1310, question wind 120.
This is busy.
Japan Air 220, descent maintain 6000.
6,000 feet, Japan Air 220.
Correct line 821-12025.
Want to go.
That's question, Aircalin 821 Kansai, turn left heading 250 vector to Awaji for spacing.
Going to bring the speed down to 260 here just to up decelerate. Kansai approach, Konnichiwa, Al Nippon 27 with Charlie for Itami 3023 inches, 13,000 feet Odai.
Japan Air 220, you're relatively too high, turn right heading 09 hours around.
Please say again heading.
Turn right heading 09 hours around.
Confirm turn right heading 090 Japan Air 220.
Nippon 27 Kansai approach, hello X, maintain 13,000, low worry for you in 10 miles.
We'll go Nippon 27.
Skymark 15, clear to fly Zulu, runway 24 left approach.
So next descent 10 miles.
Clear to ILS 24 left approach, Skymark 15. Nippon 113, radar contact, descent maintain flighable 200, go right down.
Super busy. The passengers never really understand in real life how busy the pilots are in this phase of flight.
Descend and maintain flight level 200, all Nippon 113.
You want to see V-bar? It doesn't have it. I don't think.
Squawk 1552, go ahead.
Squawk 1552, expect transmission at Kishiwata, maintain 2000, it's November Hotel.
November Hotel, roger. Aircalin 821, turn right heading 29 hours away.
2990, Aircalin 821.
Right turn heading 29 hours away.
Right turn
from Actimate right at or above 6,000.
Japan Air 220, descend and maintain 4000.
Ian says he's struggling with this with sleep. I don't know how you're handling it.
Descend and maintain 4000.
I feel stressed. Thankfully the aeroplane's working.
113, you're too high, I'm going to spin you around, turn right heading 200.
Turn right heading 200. Only point 1.
Don't forget, I'm full of cold. VNAV path telling us we're well above profile here. Got a bit of work to do.
Aircraft 821, descend and maintain 8000.
Descend and maintain 8000, aircraft 821.
Cardiff 127, descend and maintain 8000.
Descend and maintain 8000, I'm at 27.
Japan Air 220, turn right heading 240.
Turn right heading 240 to
Okay, descending on idle.
220.
See how quick she descends here.
Kansai approach, Osprey 2472 with you keeping speed below 250 knots and descending to 13,000 by Kansai.
Do 245.
Osprey 2472, Kansai approach 8 Charlie, it's current, expect ILS 32 left.
Expect 32 left, Osprey 2472.
Cardiff 1732, descend to reach 4000 by Lilac.
It's a slippery aircraft in real life, so a lot of the time, certainly to Heathrow it as well. With a lot of kind of step down descents in the start, the pilots will still use speed brake to get down and manage the energy of the wing.
737 inbound to Kansai.
Very aerodynamically efficient aircraft.
Thank you. Cardiff 127, recleared direct Ecoma, descend and maintain 6000.
Direct Tacoma, descend and maintain 6000 on Nippon 27. Landing lights.
Aircraft 821, resume on navigation, direct Awaji.
Signs, legs, coma, select, direct,
57, contact Kansai radar 120, contact Kansai approach 120, decimal 25.
Woo!
120
Get rid of the speed brake now, that's going to kill our rate of descent massively. And I'm going to drop it to 800.
27, maintain 250 knots.
250 knots on level 27.
Japan Air 220, turn right heading 280.
Quite quick actually that descent, and I think because I was so busy there, what I've done is I've let the aeroplane get ahead of me. I should have got rid of those speed brakes, the deployment of the speed brake a little earlier. So now what I'm doing is I'm just smoothing out that final bit of the descent as we step down to 6,000 feet in order to make this a bit neater. In the meantime, I'm going to arm the speed brake. Speed brake's armed. I've changed my key bind so that works properly today.
Number 24 left, clear to land on 9999.
1732, maintain 250 knots.
And that's 50 knots, only from 1732.
Osprey 2472, descend and maintain 8000.
Descend maintain 8000, Osprey 2472.
Aircline 821, descend to reach 4000 by Lilac.
6,000 at Tacoma's very high, so we need to be at 3,000.
113, turn right heading at 300, descend and maintain 10,000.
We're going to have to lose 3,500 feet at
turn right 300, descend maintain 10,000, only point 113.
Aircline 821, descend to reach 4000 by Lilac.
Look how quick we're passing the ground here.
4000 by Lilac.
Hope you guys like these shorter, punchier sectors as well, because it puts the stress on me. But I think it tests. It really tests the capabilities of these aeroplanes that are in development. Hopefully, you guys agree with that as well.
What
we got? That's the one I want. Is it the one I want?
Okay. Stand by, please.
Okay, you are cleared for the approach. You should have set up for the approach.
Clear the floor approach. Japan Air 220.
Say again.
Confirm clear the approach.
Echo 9, Romeo, have a good day. Japan Air 228, Echo 9, Romeo, have a good day.
Echo 9, Japan 228,
Audipon 1732, clear for RS Zulu, runway 24 left approach, maintain 230.
This controller is fantastic. The ones in Japan, 707 liner, are often really, really good. They're incredibly good.
Skymark 15, you should have flown the Maya transition. You made a magical shortcut, but I don't. I'm too busy to care about it. Runway 24 left, clear to land, wind 1207. And clear to run, runway 24 left, Skymark 15. Audipon 145, radar contact, clear to be at Becky Charlie, arrival, ready for maintain 10,000.
Too busy. I need further. I'm going to start trying to sneak my speeds down, I think. Because Itami is literally just over there. There it is. There's the airport.
Audipon 113, turn right heading 360.
Osaka Tower, Japan Air 220, confirm, clear to approach.
I mean, that guy's helping. He's trying his best.
270, 4000. 270, maintain 4000.
4000 on Nipper 27.
Osprey 2472, maintain 4000.
Descend, maintain 4000, Osprey 2472.
E-brake.
Audipon 113, turn right heading 360.
That lad's trying really hard, but I feel like he's a bit maxed out. He's struggling with the pace of this sector.
Audipon 999, I say parking.
Request of spot 21, Audipon 999.
Audipon 999, taxi via Juliet for Lima Echo 8 Romeo. Have a good day.
Which is where you've got to be comfortable and confident on VATSIM to be able to kind of do a lot of this stuff, because otherwise it gets really difficult. I'm struggling
Echo 8
today.
Sorry, Echo 8 Romeo, Audipon 999.
Audipon 27, descend maintain 3500.
3500 on up at 27.
Audipon 27, you're cleared for the ILS, runway 32 left approach.
Cleared ILS 32 left approach on up at 27.
Audipon 57, fly heading 29 hours away for spacing.
Heading select.
Japan Air 220, cancel approach clearance, turn right heading 9 hours away, climb and maintain 5000.
Say again, please.
Turn right heading 9 hours
What's
away,
also difficult is it's obviously,
5000.
it doesn't sound like English is his first language either, so it's tough.
Turn right. Heading 090, climb and maintain.
The thing on VATSIM is, as long as you are trying your best and you've shown that you're prepared, even if you make mistakes, genuine mistakes, they can't have a go at you for that. Nobody can, because you all have to start somewhere.
Osprey 25 Charlie, cancel approach 8 Charlie, expect ILS 32 left.
180.
Expect ILS 32 left, Osprey 25 Charlie.
We're coming in hot.
Audipon 145, fly heading 070 for spacing.
144. Locks active. Alt is captured at 3,500.
Audipon 145, turn right heading 070.
And glide slope is armed. 180 and 13 miles.
Okay, if you don't read the bag, you're not going to get into Kansai. Audipon 145, turn right heading 070.
Kansai is there. Speed brakes retracted. Now armed.
Osprey 2472, descend maintain 3500, cleared for the ILS, runway 32 left approach.
Lights and signs.
3500, clear for the ILS 32 left approach, Osprey 2472.
Audipon 1732, resume normal speed.
Again, normal speed, Audipon 1732.
Mickey, you do, yes. Audipon 27 established, ILS 32 left.
Audipon 27, runway 32 left, cleared to land, wind 310 at 5.
Cleared land 32 left, thanks, Audipon 27.
Audipon 113 with direct Awaji, that's Alpha Whiskey Alpha Juliet India.
Okay, in descent, glide slopes active. Laps 15. 10 miles.
113 direct Awaji on the Becky Charlie arrival.
There's the gear extension animation, folks, if you haven't seen it.
Direct Awaji, Audipon 113.
Ooh, very nice.
Thank
you. Osprey 25 Charlie, direct Ecoma, descend maintain 7000.
160 as we pass 8, we begin to decelerate. Yeah, massive city, isn't it?
Starflyer 29 Kansai, approach the frequency. Kansai approach, Starflight 299 information Delta.
Beautiful views.
Starflight 29 Kansai approach, say altitude, descent to reach 10,000 by Dundee. Starflight 29 5180, descent to 10,000 by Dundee.
Okay, back in the flight deck. 160, flat 25, gear down, 3 green, speed brakes armed.
Osprey T470 following a 787 7 miles ahead, number 232 left, clear land, wind 310 at 5.
Number 2, clear landing, 32 left, Osprey 2470.
Skymark 15, say parking.
Trying to hold our speeds, 160 till 4 DME, just to help it in out behind.
Parking number
25.
Got service suddenly
you
struggling.
can't just locate the runway and start taxiing like that, and a taxi Romeo to park.
Huge, isn't it, Osaka? That beautiful river networks running through the city.
Starflyer 29 cleared via Dundee Charlie arrival, cross Dundee at 10,000, Osaka QNH 3022. QNH 3022,
Here we go.
Charlie arrival 10,000 by Dundee, Starflyer 29. Orpon 570, maintain 8,000.
8,000, Orpon 570.
Orpon 113, direct Awaji, that's Alpha Whiskey Alpha Juliet India, it's about 03.
David, I think it's going to be good. It's just one of those things I think already people are like, what do you mean it's not going to have this feature and that feature? We've waited this long for that.
It's Alpha Whiskey Alpha Juliet India on the Becky Charlie arrival.
There's the runway.
Alpha Whiskey Alpha Juliet India on the Pond 113.
Orpon 57, turn right heading 360.
Right 360, Orpon 57.
Orpon 1732, runway 24 left, clear to land, wind 120 at 7.
Right, let's do it again. We briefed for the missed approach. It's climb 5,000 heading 322, initially turning left 145 to intercept, proceed outbound.
I can see on my radar, brake Osprey 25 Charlie, this runway
Auto thrust off.
Descend 6,000, Osprey 25 Charlie.
Orpon 57, resume on navigation, direct Awaji.
My controls. Little kink into wind there.
Orpon 145, turn left heading 300.
Nice and smooth on the controls.
Starflyer 29, contact Kansai radar 120, question contact Kansai
Setting
approach
actually really nicely, almost on idle. Look at the N2 folks, TPR. Also the the TPR rating at the top there. 11.5 or 115.
Orpon 113, descend maintain 8,000, maintain 250 knots.
Descend maintain 8,000, maintain 250
slight crosswind. Tiny, in fact no there's not. It's pretty much on the main thing now. So continue, pretty much on the runway heading.
Orpon 145, reduce speed to 210 knots.
Looking ahead.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Osprey T5 Charlie, descend maintain 4,000.
A little bit off the centre line there. Slippy from me. Reverse green.
Got approach, Starflyer 29 1,700 for 1,000.
I'm going to get my charts up, vacating. And we'll get rid of the reverse thrust as well. Auto brake is disengaged. Just roll off here, Whiskey 8 I think, because we've got one on final. Let's do Whiskey 9. Ready 2 foot per minute. I mean that suggests we look like we're on the bang on the centre line.
Let's see what's your next waypoint.
Which is pretty cool. How do I get a cell count, Mickey? You just make one up, yeah. Unless you're on across the pond. And then
okay,
one will be,
go direct to Maya, that's Mike Alpha Yankee Alpha Hotel.
Hello Michael, welcome buddy.
Orpon 57, descend to reach 4,000
yes, slightly off the edge of the scent line there. But I'll take that.
Orpon 27 at Whiskey 9 cross runway 32 right.
Whiskey 9 across 32 right on Nippon 27.
Orpon 27 taxi Charlie 4 Echo intersection into the ramp, have a good day.
Taxi Charlie 4 Echo to the ramp on Nippon 27. Which is this one. What was the stand we wanted?
Attention 252 Charlie, approach, roger. Audible 145, resume on navigation, direct Awaji.
Parking spots.
Direct Awaji, Audible 145.
9 or 10.
Audible 57, reduce speed to 210 knots.
210, Audible 57.
Audible 113, descend and maintain 4,000.
Lovely. Right.
Descend maintain 4,000, Audible 113.
Audible 113, safe speed.
235, Audible 113.
You got assigned 2 feet. I already assigned you a speed of 250 knots. Maintain 250 knots.
Apologies, maintaining 250. Audible 113.
Turn off the seatbelt sign.
Citation 252 Charlie 8 Delta
Adji,
current
quick.
expect ILS Zulu 24 left approach.
Welcome to Itami. Freeware. It's really good. Beautiful bit of freeware scenery this. Get rid of the flaps. And the spoiler.
Osprey 2472 at Whiskey 8, cross runway 328.
Whiskey 8, cross runway 32 right, Osprey 2472.
Osprey 2472, taxi Echo 4 into the ramp, have a good day.
Echo 4 into the ramp, Osprey
that was
2472,
Echo
thanks for
4.
your ATC, cheers.
Whoops.
Audible 145, descend and maintain 4,000.
Hopefully he's too busy to notice.
Descend maintain 4,000, Audible 145.
So Echo 4 would have taken us in here. That's my mistake there. And then we'll take stand 10, I think. So let's go GSX. Oh, 9. Taxi lights off. Let's park right in front of the tower. And we have a marshaller. Absolutely, David.
Audible 113, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, only for 113.
Easing off slowly on the brakes. I wonder if my special... It's a bit too close. Really.
Audible 173 to taxi via Echo 8 Romeo, have a good day.
We'll keep an eye.
Calling 81, runway 24 left, clear to land, wind 1207.
Custom GSX profile here as well.
Verify T4 left, clear to land. Osprey T5 Charlie, descend maintain 3,500, cleared for the ILS, runway 32
APU's
left.
good, so let's go fuel control levers to run.
Descend to 3,000 feet, clear for ILS on 32 left, Osprey 25 Charlie.
It's 3,500 feet.
Apologies, 3,500, Osprey 25 Charlie.
We're calling 81, we got 2 runways there, 24 left and right, verify 24 left, clear to land.
So, GSX. Rusty boarding.
Requested.
We're calling 81, 24 left, clear to land, read back.
There's the GSX Dewberry, in it goes.
Audible 113 cleared
And
for
look
the
at this
ILS
for freeware.
runway 24
How
left
good is
approach.
this?
Clear for ILS runway 24 left approach. All Nippon
Let's
113.
have a little look at that.
The ILS Zulu,
Rear.
ILS Zulu 24 left approach.
Door. Menu.
ILS Zulu 24 left approach on Nippon 113.
Oh yeah, so aft cargo isn't simulated yet, look. So they've got entry 1 left, forward cargo and entry 4 right are the simulated doors at the moment from the aircraft. So that's fine. So we'll still see stuff getting unloaded from there, but it's not unloaded yet. I have actually got an airport sim. I have actually got an airport sim license if it's something you guys might be interested in. Watch the punters. Look how high the wing is flexed. We're all the way up here, look. There they are. And let's close New Sky and have a little look to see how well we've done. Small bit of profit. Ah, 978 off centre landing line, an average touchdown. Probably the centre line deviation that did that to me, but look at that real short hop. And we're going to turn around and do it all again and head back to Tokyo, in fact. So, book flight. And I'm just going to try and find out what the data is that I need for this next sector. Bear with me, folks. Keep smashing the like button if you're enjoying today. I say smash it, only press it once. Otherwise it undoes it, doesn't it? If you're new to the channel, it's great to have you on board with us today. Make sure you hit subscribe too. What do we got? So we are... Oh, I'm trying to find the...
Starflyer 29, descent to reach 8,000 by hour G.
On up and 3-4.
Starflyer 29, descent to reach 8,000 by hour G.
Okie dokie. So on up and 3-4. RJ00. To RJTT. Tokyo Haneda. We're in the Boeing 787-9er. Full load, passengers 216, cargo 54 units, so 3,290.
Console approach, hello, information Charlie is current, expect ILS runway 32 left approach.
32 left approach, for ILS, Osprey 92.
Osprey 9032, say altitude and altitude you're descending to.
So that's our flight plan added. I'll press that button there. What it does is it begins to generate on SimBrief for us now. So it's loading up the route in SimBrief.
821, say parking.
Parking 104 Alpha.
Once that clipboard disappears, it's fetched it. You can see that OFP fetched. And if I press that, I can actually see flight plan. Here. I want to edit it though. So we're going to go into this by editing the flight plan. Rolls-Royce with a dedicated SimBrief profile for the both, actually, General Electric and Rolls-Royce, which is good to know if you like that kind of thing. We're going to change our call sign for ATC down here to ANA. We'll keep the flight number the same though. And cost index I'm going to set to 40 for this next sector.
113, where are you heading to?
29,000.
Resuming correct course now, only 113.
Roger.
And we're going to depart 32 left, and we're expecting the runway 23 LDA approach, which is going to be tough. of Greek islands and all the rest of it as well. It's really quite spectacular, very usable aircraft. I want to show you guys the freeware airport scenery here before we start to configure our flight plan route, because this is one of the most fantastic freeware airports you can download for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's on flightsim.to for PC. Osaka Itami is like the original Osaka airport before Kansai was built in the bay, and it's still used for a lot of domestic routes. It's really quite nice. Monorail station there. And as Doc has pointed out, it's got a very swish rooftop garden for some plane spotting. Look at this.
Taxi Charlie 4 via and then Echo 4 to the airport, correct?
You can take Echo 4
as well. That?
Thanks.
Osprey 932, what's the transition level for
140
airport?
both, Jody.
But floatable 140, you've already passed it.
Yes, proportions to theory are perfect. The 787-9 is just the ultimate Dreamliner.
Osprey 9032 to maintain 4000.
It's a very impressive aircraft.
4000.
Mr. Meow, it's New Sky. Every now and again you might hear the mic kind of drop out and as I mute it, because I'm not feeling too well. I'm either coming down with a heavy cold or COVID. Not sure which, so I go into little coughing fits and things every now and again. Rightio, let's. How many passengers was that deboarded? Oh, we have floating people over there.
Audible 145 safe speed.
Right, let's get the next bit done then. So, sim brief's already done.
Okay, Audible 145, there's a mandatory
sim brief invitation is super easy in this. You go to settings, you go to the next page, and you just put your user ID or your username in, and then it'll go active there if that's all good. So, we then go to weight and balance, and we can set from OFP, and it will then connect to sim brief and go, ooh, how much fuel do I need for this next leg? There we go, click it, stand by. It's loading it, done. One click. We can go to route, route request. Yeah, it's a really nasty strain of COVID going around like absolute wildfire. The missus has not been well for about, this is day 6 for her now. 2 days where she was barely able to kind of get out of bed. So I'm hoping it's not as bad. I think I've got a better immune system than her, but who knows. Flight plan is ready to load. Loading. Execute. ANA R2D2.
Citation 252 Charlie, Kansai, thanks.
And that's our route. Direct shuttle, and then X-ray Alpha Charlie. That's it. You can just do it without the sim brief invitation, really, can't you? You can then load the 0 fuel weights. For our reserves, we can go to our New Sky bit where it displays the flight plan.
145 reduce the final approach speed.
Where is it? FinPro has results at 5.3. We can pop that in there. Cost index was 40, wasn't it?
Reduce the minimum approach speed.
We'll add that in. Done.
Audible 1735 Kansai delivery cleared in Ohio Airport. Daisy 2 Daisy 2 departure flight.
So he's super busy.
Maintain 9000. Squawk 15.
I don't want to dive in too quickly about getting clearance because I can hear lots of aircraft trying to get in and out of airports. So I'm looking for a real natural point where I can call him up.
Audible 1735, read that correct?
Yeah, no worries, buddy. I know it's super late for you guys over in Australia. Hope you've enjoyed the sector though.
Nippon 113 on taxiway Romeo.
Suka 4 departure.
Audible 113, say parking.
Parking 6
on Nippon
113.
Audible 113, for future reference, once you vacated the runway, stop and wait for instructions. You can continue taxi Romeo to gauge 6. Have a good day.
Well noted on Nippon 113. Have a good day. Thank you.
And then XAC is Oshima. Oshima 1 Bravo, I think, isn't it? We're expecting.
Wind 1305.
Q4 left clear to runway 156.
Honeycomb 145 localizer established.
Roger.
And we're hoping for the LDA 23 approach, which we'll go into when we get into the sky. It's interesting. Absolutely, Ian. I don't have any tonic water though, annoyingly. After holiday, I seem to have misplaced all my tonic, which is really frustrating. The departure for this, by the way, let's go to the charts. Asuka 4, it's a really cool one.
Roger.
We're going to take off 34 right, head northbound over the Itami VOR 114 decimal 75. From there we've got a really tight angle of bank round, which then affects our climb performance of the aircraft as well. All the way back on ourselves, to then intercept an outbound radial of 101 degrees from Itami. And then we head out to Asuka like so, and then onwards to Shuttle, 45 miles later. And we just head east. We cross over Shibu Centraire, one of our diversion airports for today, and then past Mount Fuji, which will be to the north of us as we pass Arctic and Spence waypoints, and then Oshima, heading in towards the bay, round through Scout, Stock Shaft and Bacon. And we're hoping for LDA X-ray, which is this. So Bacon, Doyle, we then fly an offset approach with 47 degree offset, and at 5 miles we break off and land on that runway, which is really cool. So that's what we're hoping for. Let's get our clearance.
1735 Pushback, approved runway 24 left face west.
So we got in at 8. We should probably do our thrust reduction stuff as well. Performance. Woofer says hello. I don't know if you can hear him in the background. Says hello, guys. RJTT. Oh, I know why, because we haven't put this one in, have we? So, B32 right. Let's just get our clearance. Kansai approach, hello again, Al Nippon 34, stand 787-9er with Charlie, request clearance to Haneda.
Al Nippon 35, Kansai departure, hello clear to Tokyo Airport via Asuka 4 departure, shuttle transition, flight planned route. Maintain flight level 160, squawk 1551.
Cleared Haneda, Asuka 4 departure, shuttle transition, maintain flight level 160 and squawk 1551, Al Nippon 34.
Al Nippon 34, read back correct.
Hello Paul, welcome. Doc, yes, thank you. 32 left.
Al Nippon 145, safe parking.
Traffic 2 gate 27 please, on Nippon 145.
Asuka 4, shuttle transition. Make sure we select it and we execute that. There it is on the display, what we just spoke about.
145, taxi Echo 8 Romeo, have a good day.
Asuka shuttle Gaki. Shoot Arctic Spens Zach, and because it's so short, we want to then look at this too. I wonder if we got an ATIS for RJTT.
Nippon 57, just confirm your gate 26.
No, we don't. So we'll go.
Thank you, Nippon 57, traffic 737 will be pushing back from gate 25 facing west.
LDA X-ray 22.
Nippon 1735, gate in traffic to your left side, 737 no factor.
No, LDA X-ray 23, there we go. Transition Bacon, we want the Zach 1 Bravo, which is all the way at the bottom. There, Oshima 1 Bravo, select. A beautiful continuous route all the way through. Legs, route data, wind requests, let's get all of those done.
1800
good point.
for Kansai.
We'll do that in a second.
Stop right 29, runway 24 left clear to land with 1305.
Stop right to the runway 24 left clear to land, spot 20.
Jack says any updates on the 777? No.
Station T52 Charlie, descent to reach 8,000 by hour G.
VNav. Climb. Climb forecast. Load. Back to the VNav tab. We'll look at the descent forecast tab. And load. And we need to change this to 14,000. For the transition level, I think the climb needs to be done as well. Yes, 14,000, like so. So legs page, route, and we're going to do takeoff performance now. So we're going to go to copy FMC data, 32 left, dry, wind.
Osprey 9 R32 at Whiskey 10 cross.
Sam, not sure to be honest.
Right.
I don't have a slot, so if I can't get a slot, then I won't. 320 at 5.
Osprey 9 R32 taxi Alpha Echo 4 into ramp, have a good day.
At 14 degrees Celsius, very nice.
Taxi Alpha Echo.
And QNH 1023. See what it gives us. It's a short runway, I think, isn't it, here? Let's I'll just quickly dig the charts out and have a look. Oh, it's 3,000 meters as well, actually. Maybe we'll do that D-rate then. Cell temp 89. And there's our V-speeds. It says flaps 5. Let's give it a go. We did flap 15, didn't we, last time? So let's just see what happens. So cell temp 89. Takeoff 5.
Anti approach on Nippon 15.
ETO, so we'll go for normal climb profile. Centre of gravity goes in. Runway 32 left. VC speeds 148.
Approach. Hello, information Charlie is trying to expect the ILS. Runway 32 left approach.
Latest information Charlie is on board, expecting ILS 32.
So runway heading 322. An initial climb. So the Asuka 4 departure. We'll just set what we've been cleared for, which is 160.
Osprey 25 Charlie at stand and logging off. Just wanted to say thanks for the service. Good evening.
Thank you for flying in. Take care.
Okay, that's done. Cross limits set. I think we're ready, folks, don't you? Have I missed anything? Have I missed anything? I don't think I have. Wicked. Right, let's get her ready, shall we?
皆様、ドアが閉まりました。皆様が指定された座席に着席していることを確認して出発。
Michael says hello. What's your verdict on the 787-900 so far? I really like it. I think it's the perfect kind of all-rounder for long haul, short haul, medium haul. It can do everything from Heathrow to Perth all the way to something smaller like London Gatwick or Manchester to Kos. Or something like
We
that.
will depart after checking that all passengers are seated in their assigned seats.
Citation T52 Charlie, descend
So,
to reach
navigation
4,000
balance
by
is now
light
set.
And fasten your seatbelt.
Flight plan route is set. We started the flight
Please
on
switch off your cell phones and
New
other
Sky.
electronic devices, or set
Mikael, hello
them
buddy.
to airplane
Very
mode
good, thank you.
so that radio waves are not emitted.
T4 left, commence taxi via Echo 6 hold or short of Lima.
No cabin in this one though, but it's not a massive issue, it's not a deal breaker. Beautiful wing views. Jack, no worries buddy, you have a good day, stay safe. Hydraulics. Icing. Pop it off for now. APU is on, no external power. Bleeds all good, that's all set. Windshield heat is on. I need to set our squawk down here, which is 1551. Set and checked. The departure frequency is tuned, and we've got centre 1205 for later as well, already in the box and ready. Flight directors are on. What's the numbers on the top from GSX here? Let me just see, wait for another one to refresh.
Airport 1735, give way to Starflyer in 320, right to left on Lima, taxi Echo 6 Papa.
I'm going to restart QATL because it's like another 100 passengers left to disembark. Jeez.
Taxi by Echo 6 Papa 0 midpoint, on Nippon 1735.
Airport 15, regret direct Ecoma, descend maintain 8000.
It's common sense, you'll have to pay for the Premium Deluxe upgrade, but I think it's around £50 or $70 US roughly. You just have to decide if you think it's worth it for that kind of thing. Gamer Clark, thanks buddy, joining us as a bronze frequent flyer. I'm going to bring this range in here because we need to see what we're doing with the magenta line.
Hong Kong 0860, Kansai Bridge, Harris Squawk 1543.
And doors except for entry left are closed. Pretty much ready to go. Hold on, are we still disembarking?
Hong Kong 0860, radar contact, cleared via Becky, Charlie, actually
Becky, Bravo, bear with me.
Alpha arrival, descent to reach Bravo 160 by Karin.
Clear by Becky, Alpha arrival, descent to reach 160
That's a bit better. Here comes the ground pin. Let's get rid of the music.
Hong Kong 0860, expect RS Yankee,
there goes the jetty.
Expect RS Yankee,
those engines just slowly rotating at the very tiny little bit of wind that we've got.
06 right, Hong Kong 0860.
Hey, look at that! Whopper of a livery.
Alpha 1735, Alpha 5 intersection appeared, runway T4 left at Alpha 5, line up at right.
Here she comes. Would you guys want to see me use Airport Sim? That's something you guys might want to see. I have got a license for it. I just don't know if it's something that I would be interested in using a lot of. But if you want to see lots of it, do that. Go for a little walk around.
Direct Ecoma on Epin 15.
Michelle says, if any difference in between systems handling between this and the 787-800 and Kuro, it's a little longer to be honest. And it's a little bit heavier. The engine ratings are different as well. Range is different, size, weight balance, it does handle and feel a little bit different. There goes the tug. Custom pushback here for this as well with a nice GSX profile. Let's get our pushback clearance. So we'll pop the beacon on. I'll forget otherwise.
Osaka Jet Alpha 91 November Hotel, VATSIM.
Jet Alpha 91 November Hotel, Osaka target.
Jet Alpha 91 November Hotel, approach.
Thank you to everyone who's hit the like button so far as well, over 100 likes. Really appreciate that, folks. Great to see lots of you enjoying this.
Osaka Tower, expect helipad report Arioka.
Report Arioka, Jet Alpha 91 November Hotel.
I'll nip on 3-4, stand 9, request push start.
Upon 3-4, pushback approved, runway 32.
Pushback approved, 3-2, I'll nip on 3-4. Set. Looking good gear. I love GSX. With the regional accents, I think that just adds something a little bit special to the immersion of this sim when you get little things like that. I love it. Cythera says yes. Doc says Airport Sim is super funny. A few others as well saying yes. A couple saying not fussed. Maybe I'll have a little look. If I'm feeling a bit unwell over the next few days, I might just download it and make a little video of me cocking about on Airport Sim. Perhaps. Fire break off. Let's get us started, and we'll play the All Nippon safety demonstration in a little mo. Okay, engine start. Let's get them both started together this time. Left start. Right start. Fuel left. Run. Fuel right. Run. Auto start 1, auto start 2.
Thanks for the ETC. I'll be logging off now. Bye bye.
Thanks for flying. Take care.
Listen to the sounds.
Approach the relay 41227 squawk 3517 and now descend to 130 to you.
Audible 1227 Kansai approach. Hello, say altitude leading.
Just cover again.
Say current altitude.
Flight level 130.
Okay, what altitude are you passing?
Passing 165.
Audible 1227, thank you. Information Charlie is current. Expect the ILS runway 32 left approach.
Information Charlie, expect the ILS runway 32 left.
Audible 1735, climb and maintain flight level 1900.
Long push.
Hong Kong Shuttle H6 decelerating 10 down.
I hope this is good map setting.
In the overhead compartment or under the seat in front, and do not stack items on top of each other, as they may fall out.
48322 16.
Nothing should block the aisle or exits.
Oh no, Vino.
Return your seat
Engines 1 and 2 look
table
good.
to the original position for
That's
takeoff
nice.
and landing.
Automatic.
Please keep your seatbelt securely fastened whenever you are seated, in case of sudden turbulence.
Tracks now online, left and right. They pure.
To unfasten, raise the flap. The use of electronic devices that emit radio waves is prohibited. Please turn them on or set them to airplane mode.
Citation 352 Charlie, what's your next waypoint?
Smoking and the use of all smoking devices is prohibited in the cabin, including in the aisle
Audible
and lever.
15 3500, cleared for the ILS runway 32 left approach.
In case of emergency, please follow our
Beautiful, isn't it?
instructions.
No, we're a game of Clark. It is super busy. Super busy. It's hard work.
For future reference, you are
You did
supposed
well.
to be following the ILS Zulu 24 left with the Maya transition. You can't just go direct under from Maya. But I got no traffic, so...
Writing off the aeroplane along the way.
When the 130 at 5.
In real life, what I love about Japan is the tug would head over to the red line. The ground staff would walk over there with the ground pin, hold the ground pin up, show it to the pilots, and then as we start to taxi, they would all bow and they would wave.
Emergency exits are located on both sides of the aircraft. Check your nearest exit.
Jet Alpha 901 November Hotel, clear to land at the helipad, wind 310 at 5 after running taxi to airplane.
Photography is prohibited during evacuation. Leave all baggage behind, as it may hinder evacuation or damage the slide.
Arnippon 34, request taxi.
Arnippon 34, runway 32 left taxi via Echo 1 to holding point Charlie 1.
Echo 1 to hold point Charlie 1.
Put both
Arnippon
arms
34.
out, sit up straight, and slide down.
I'll break off.
Assist other passengers
Hong Kong
after
Shuttle
sliding down.
disregard.
Move away from the aircraft immediately.
Uh-oh.
A life vest is
See the
under
wheels
or
spinning
beside
there?
your seat.
I think we're going to have that GSX bug.
Slip the life vest over your head, fasten the buckles, and tighten the straps. Inflate the life vest at the door or on the wing by pulling the red tabs
there we go.
down.
That wasn't as severe that time.
If you need more air, blow into the tubes.
I'll have a quick show here actually of the
Please look at the safety instructions card in your seat pocket.
custom textures again. Look, those dents and knocks and dings and horrible things on the flight deck environment,
If you
along
require
with those really
assistance
worn
or have any
seats.
questions, please contact a cabin attendant.
Fully right.
Hong Kong Shuttle A620, descend maintain 7000.
And left. Well, actually, it's right first and then left. See the flaperons there in action. Hold short Charlie 1, which is this whole point just coming up here in front of us. Magic landing into Luton, very nice.
Out upon 34 at Charlie 1 cross, runway 32 right, taxi to holding point Whiskey 2.
At Charlie 1, cross 32 right, and taxi to hold point Whiskey 2 on Nippon 34.
Out upon 15, runway 32 left, clear to land, wind 310 at 5.
Strobes on because it's technically an active runway. We'll keep her rolling.
Out upon 1227, reclear, direct to Ecoma, descend maintain 8000.
Birds, yeah, lots of bugs like that, but we can't prevent it sadly. Auto thrust, just check the auto brake. We do not arm that, we leave it off.
Out upon 1735, leaving my airspace, core base closed, monitor Unicom, have a good day.
Good day. 1735、お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。
205 1023. Just redoing the performance calculations here, folks, with the fact that we're using an intersection departure. Optimal and 32 right. No, 32 left. Full length, no.
Out upon 1227, descend maintain 6000.
Okay, that's fine. 648 meters. Whiskey 3. And he's giving us whiskey, yeah, so that's fine.
Citation T52 Charlie, welcome to Kansai, safe parking.
Takeoff trim, gotta set that, naughty me.
Citation T52 Charlie, right Papa, all the way down, have a good day.
Right Papa to stand, citation T52 Charlie, good day.
Hong Kong Shuttle A620, descend maintain 4000, clear for RS Yankee, runway 06 right approach.
Descend maintain 4000, clear for IRS Yankee, runway 06
okay, so we could look at the checklists. It still thinks we're flying. Just ignore it. We might have a checklist warning. Again, we'll just ignore it.
Beach 121 Kansai approach, hello, information Delta is current, expect the ILS runway 32 left approach.
Reset the barrow, we don't
Information
need that.
Delta, expect the ILS runway 32 left approach, Beach 121.
Oh, we get to watch a touchdown. Out Nippon 3-4, Whiskey 2 ready for departure.
Out upon 344, shuttle supply arrival, show final.
Hold shorts on up 3-4. Ooh, look at this. It's another Dreamliner. Oh, very nice. That was a great touchdown.
Out upon 34, runway 32 left at Whiskey 2, line up and wait.
Whiskey 2, 32 left, line up and wait, so on up at 3-4. Strobes are still on because I forgot to turn them off. Runway turn off lights, nose lights, taxi and takeoff, and cabin chime. To alert the crew. That was a great touchdown, whoever that was, wasn't it? That's a really good bit of work there. Nice one. Lining up. I'm actually going to try and come out a little bit more.
At Whiskey 6 cross, runway 32 right.
Because that way I get just an extra couple of meters of the runway.
Out upon 15, correct taxi Echo 2 into ramp, have a good day.
Taxi Echo 2 into ramp, Harper 15, thank you for your service.
Out upon 1227, descend maintain 4000.
Yeah, extending right across on the centre of the wheels.
34, wind 310 at 5, runway 32 left, clear for takeoff.
32 left, clear for takeoff on up and 34. Okay, let's do it, folks. We've talked about this departure. It's a bit of a technical one.
Approach.
I'm going to bring that zoom in a little bit more. Make sure the nose wheels are straight. There we are, that's all set. And on the brakes, because I'm going to go 40% first.
Charlie, console approach, hello, information Charlie is current. Caution information Delta is current. Expect the ILS runway 32 left approach.
Set.
Information Delta is valid. Expect ILS runway 32 left approach.
Brakes off. Toga. Yeah, this is FT Sim Plus custom sounds on the Rolls-Royce. When we did the General Electric GE NX engines, we were having their own custom Horizon Sim sounds. Speeds alive, power set. Through 80 knots already. Ah, look at this. V1. Rotate.
Pitch 121 recleared, direct Ecoma, descend maintain 8000.
Direct Ecoma and descend 8000.
Positive right. Gear up. Look at that wing flex. And already left turn. So I'll try and use the Tobii eye tracker for this. Just so that we, and I'll hand fly the departure as best as I can. 1500. Ears up, auto brake is off.
Autopilot 1227, descend maintain 3500, cleared for ILS, runway 32 left approach.
Descend maintain flat above,
Andy, correct.
Descend 3500.
Just beautiful, isn't it? Look at this. Okay, flaps up. Takeoff as well. When we flew this the other day, it was a little bit snappy, wasn't it? A little bit characterful.
Departure radar contact, say altitude.
It's a lot better. Autopilot 34 is passing 5000.
Autopilot 34, thank you. Recleared, direct ASCA, maintain flight level 160.
Direct ASCA and flight level 160 Autopilot 34.
Beach 121, maintain 250 knots, descend maintain 6000.
Maintain 250 knots, descend 6000 feet, Beach 121.
Oh no, Vina. Autopilot. Wait, that was a bit choppy, wasn't it? Autopilot engaging there.
Recleared, direct Ecoma, descend maintain 8000.
That's fine though, flaps up.
Recleared, direct Ecoma, descend maintain 8000.
And it's levelling us off nicely here as well.
Starflyer 27 Charlie, reduce speed to 250 knots, then descend maintain 8000.
Climbing away, looking fantastic.
Starflyer 27 Charlie, before you descend, reduce your speed to 250
And there is the rest of Osaka in the backdrop there.
Starflyer 27 Charlie.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Autopilot 1227, runway 32 left, clear to land, wind 310 at 4.
Korean, so check in with the right.
Do 10,000.
Stereo, drive right.
Hong Kong Federal 862, runway 06 right, clear to land, wind is 130 at 3.
If you want lots of information about the Horizon Simulations 787-9, then just head over to their Discord server.
Console approach Japan 851, approaching order 13,000.
Jelly, I said it on the runway. The Rolls-Royce sounds on FT Sim Plus. There's two variants of this package. There's the Rolls-Royce and there's the GE NX. The GE NX have their own custom sounds from Horizon Simulations and they are really good. We checked them out 2 days ago in our preview stream for this aircraft, so do check that.
Japan 851, thank you, information
And you'll,
Delta,
yeah, everything's on Ultra, running the sim 4K with the RTX 4090.
IS-32 left approach, Japan 851.
Get that heading book realigned. No worries at all.
Beach 121, descend maintain 4000.
Through standard through transition altitude.
Starflyer 27 Charlie, descend maintain 6000.
Descend maintain 6000, Starflyer 27 Charlie.
Order point 34, contact Tokyo Control 120.5. Have a good day.
Tokyo Control 1205, Nippon 34, thanks, have a good day. Tokyo Control, Konnichiwa, Nippon 34 is flight level 160, direct to Suka.
Konnichiwa, Nippon 34, Tokyo Control, climb maintain flight level 290.
Climb maintain flight level 290 on Nippon 34. Enough speed. So Theo, I haven't checked it out in a little while. I did last time we flew it. We did have a little look at the new soundscape stuff. I think, unless they've changed it more since, but really nice and impressive, isn't it? Climbing like a homesick angel, this, because we're so light, flying a 50-minute sector back to Tokyo Haneda.
Asiana 104, continue taxiing on Kido. Right down Sierra 1 to Sierra 1 gateway.
Just wiggle the time forward.
Kilo, right on Sierra 1. That's here, Asiana 104.
737 says going to try this sector short and sharp, nice and busy, but it looks great at dusk. It does. I'm hoping, you've seen me tinkering with the time actually, I'm hoping that I've set the time just right so it's dusk as we arrive back at Tokyo, because it is spectacular.
Cathay 595, direct left, south, terminal maintain for
Got now indeed. Land of the rising sun, of course, Japan, but the lowering sun in the evening is just as spectacular.
Fukuoka Control, Malaysia 88.
A couple of thousand feet, we'll be at cruise already.
Malaysia 98, hello Tokyo Control, I'm sorry, Tokyo Control, closing 10, someone mechanical 1 KT response please.
Malaysia 88.
And this shows you how flexible the 787-9 is, and the Kuro 787-8 just as much as well. The 787-10 was always a bit of a weird aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator because it's so incredibly long, but it's got a much shorter range compared to the 787-9, which means that route-wise you're limited to the long. You can't do the ultra long hauls that this aeroplane can do. For those of you who like to do that kind of thing. So it does open up a whole more, this greater realm of opportunities for routes. The aeroplane can fly into and out of shorter runways as well and everything else. Cloud says, could you eventually show the working buttons on the flight deck? Everything that works in the 787-10, this Sobo 787-10, works here. So even the little ones like flight deck door power, emergency lights, arming switch there. Fire test doesn't work, neither do those or the ELT. The equipment cooling and the PAX air conditioning, all that panel there works. Pressurization panel doesn't, except for manual landing altitude selection. The wipers and everything work as well, of course. And then everything else really basically works in the overhead, except for these two up here. Down here, all of this can be selected as well. The VHF comms ones anyway, not the cabin or PA elements down here, or HF. But you can flick between the different VHF modes, and all of these three work too, independently of one another, which is really neat. Thankfully, fire discharge switches here don't work. And the stab trim cutoffs don't work either. But you've got alternate pitch trim, And then, where are we? Alternate kid does not work. It's basically the 787-10. I reckon we go to max 7.4. Exactly, Andy. Don't click anything random, we know how that goes. Just Flight may have had to have tweaked something. Because
595
one of our live
Control
streams.
will be closing soon. Monitor Unicom 122, Mike.
Thank you very much for service. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Good evening, Cathay 595.
Good evening. All Nippon 34 Tokyo contact closing shortly. Monitor Unicom 122, Mike. Behind.
Unicom 1228 on Nippon 34. Thanks for the ATC. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimashita.
Yeah, we were talking a little while ago about. I mean, I like to try and at least say a word in their language wherever I'm flying on VATSIM, because I think it's just nice, a little nice, polite thing that we can do to make it a bit more interconnected community-wise, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of the right words to kind of describe what I'm trying to explain, but. Certainly Japan and all that as well. I like to say thank you to the controllers in Japanese if I can. And to do that, you could say arigato, but that's actually fairly potentially offensive if you just say that on its own. Unless you're good friends with that person, it's something that you wouldn't say. So you're walking down the street and somebody held a door open for you, you wouldn't say arigato because that's potentially a bit rude unless you know them. So you would say arigato gozaimasu. There's another one as well that I can't remember, but it's like a formal thank you very much. But then it also gets you, when you're looking into things like that, I think it gets you looking into various different cultures around the world, and that's really interesting as well. And I think that's where flight sim can be quite limitless, really. Certainly at promoting things like diversity and all that stuff. I think flight sim can do wonders with all of that. And the world's our oyster in the sim, so let's learn about the world. See some contrails here actually at 290 this time. I don't think we had them on the way out, did we? There's Mount Fuji just booping off the nose. We're on Unicom now with Tokyo Control closed because it is late, super late for them in Japan at the moment. We've wound the time back a little bit. We're going to fly that LDA, I think. Probably check the METAR. Yeah, crosswind of 5 knots, headwind of 6. Runway 23, Oshima 1 Bravo, LDA X-ray, runway 23, transition bacon. Do love a bit of bacon. We got Tokyo Tower online actually, by the looks of it. Yeah, it is about 3 in the morning. Foxtrot Yankee, awesome. Yeah, that's a really good landing. What are you in? Are you in the 787-8 or is it the -10? Or are you beta testing the -9 for Horizon Sim? Mikhail says he's looking forward to the EFB or the Universal Flight Tablet, UFT. What about you? Yeah, me too. Very much looking forward to that. I think it's going to be interesting to see what they've done with it. And they're very keen to stress that it's not an electronic flight bag because they've said, Robert Redrazdazo on the PMDG forum said an electronic flight bag is particularly restricted or restrictive to its functionality. What they've created is a universal flight tablet which can potentially do an expanding selection of things as they develop it more and more, which is really promising, isn't it? Really, to hear. I'm looking forward to it. It's not something that I haven't been in the bang camp of, oh, where's the UFT? I need it for my performance calculations. I found other ways around it, like VAS Airplane Toolbox, and without it, I've actually really enjoyed how good the simulation of the 737 has been, and it still is my favourite aircraft in the sim by quite a long shot. The Dominican route is Volanta. Volanta.app. It's a streamer overlay, so I can't see it. Only you guys watching the stream can see that. And in the next few weeks as well, or in the next few days, depending on how healthy I feel, because I'm a little under the weather today, so I am coming down with something. But depending on the severity of it, what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days is finally having a look at the Unibuild's Southampton Airport, which was released while I was on holiday about 2.5 or so weeks back. It's been delayed stream-wise. I've heard the ATR is a little bit balked from the latest sim update, so I don't really want to risk taking that for a spin and having a problem with it. So I've come up with another cunning plan. We're going to be flying the Latin VFR Airbus A319. Yeah, bear with me. But we're going to download the Horizon Simulations enhancement add-on to make it even better. And it will basically become a fly-by-wire A32NX version A319, which is super cool, and it's going to be really good. So we're going to do that. We're going to fly an EasyJet route that is going to launch next year to Belfast, Aldergrove, I think. It was Belfast or Glasgow as the options. Who knows? I think we'll go for Belfast, Aldergrove, because I really like that Pyrenees Devco scenery. What do you guys think? (3015) for the QNH at Haneda. And we're doing this because we're top of descent at 40 miles already, so let's get on it. Oshima, 1 Bravo. So then heading up to Anzac, 230 knots and 13,000 feet, up to Solar, 13,000, still level at 230. Scouts, and then flying this weird dogleg procedure around here to stop at 230 knots, 13,000 feet. Tom, because I've got a list of content that I have to get through, like any builds, for example, and Orbex have sent me various products, but because I've been away, I've got a backlog of stuff to get through. But I had a backlog before I went away, so it's just compounded it even more. Shaft at 8,000 feet, and then from there inbound Bacon, max 230 knots. Stepping onto the LDA approach, well, Doyle, we need to be at 4,000 feet. And then we're going to fly this 47-degree offset lock course, ILS frequency of 108.5, and at 5 DME we're going to have to swing the aircraft round onto runway 23 and hand fly the landing. So very exciting, action-packed, fairly technical approach. Missed approach requirements for this: at the missed approach point, turn left, climb 4,500 feet outbound via Hotel Mike Echo, Haneda's VOR, radial 177 to Utibo via Uraga, and hold contact Tokyo approach. There's a little one there as well. Kawasaki Petroleum Combinat area. Unless otherwise authorised by ATC, all aircraft arriving or departing Tokyo International Airport should take appropriate flight course to avoid this area. So we've got to get all this in. Minimums for this is 1,000 feet. Which means I'm going to be scrolling for a little while here, trying to get 1,000 set nicely in the barrow. Set. Local QNH is set. and landing about 160.5 tons approximately. Oh, that can't be right. Flap 25, wind correction +5 for the approach reference. If I go to a fix as well, put a little nav fix on here. Trying to work out the distance there. Does it let us do runway insertion of fixed rings? I can't remember if it does. I've got a sense coming up at 15. MX23. Okay. 97 miles. Lovely. 5. And Dambo's at 15. So 2 big fixed rings, really important to our approach here. Reset MCP altitude, we want 13,000 feet. Down we go. Oshima 1 Bravo, initially 13 at 230 knots. We're going to go back to managed speed, let the aeroplane figure that out, and we want auto brake or set 2. Once again. Quick recall for any warnings. David says the ATR flew fine for him yesterday, interesting. Somebody was on about the hydraulic pressures plummeting and all this kind of stuff. So perhaps it's not broken after all. Who knows? Okay, beginning the descent imminently now. In fact, I'm going to set 4,000 all the way down. Let the VNAV deal with it. Quick check of this. Bacon 4,000 at or above, Doyle at 4. Lovely. So, I'm going to be right back. Just need to go and check on the dog real quick, as you guys are going to observe top of descent for me. We'll stay with the current approach. I know night time had curfews, but we'll stick with the current one, Doc, because it's interesting. There we go. Did we miss anything? Hopefully not. Thanks for waiting around. I thought I could hear him getting up to a little bit of mischief, but he was tucking himself into his bed as best as he could. Bless him. So all was fine. Anyway, into descent still. There's Mount Fuji, looking over, watching over Tokyo. Well, I think we wind the time forwards a little bit to begin that process of dusk. Bakers know this is a brand new build, release candidate 3. So they've tweaked a lot of the stuff that we observed on the last stream with the touchdown behaviour, for example, and the takeoff behaviour. Takeoff's much smoother actually, it's nicely improved. And I'm going to get flight control replay fired up ready as well. So that as we fly the approach we can get that replay working for you folks. He's getting on really well, Andy, thank you. Lone gamer, that's pretty exciting. So you can see here VNAV works pretty well. Smooth flying, welcome to you as well. Thanks for tuning in. Very good, thank you. Unwell, but otherwise very good. Okay, here's Oshima. No tower. What was the arrival gate, Doc? Do you remember? Yes, smooth flying. So, 2 days ago we live streamed the preview. We had the General Electric engine option on that flight, smooth flying. So go check that out. It actually has its own custom sounds, which they've created in conjunction with Heavy Division, and they are spectacular. Really, really impressive sounds. So we kept those in. And probably my favourite actually. Today we've got the FT-Sim Plus sounds, just to modify and improve the Rolls-Royce sound pack, because they don't have that. They don't have custom sounds for the Rolls-Royce engine option, sadly. There's Tokyo Bay in there. ANA traffic on Nippon 34, Boeing 787-9, altimeter 3015 inches, passing Oshima, Oshima 1 Bravo, arrival expecting LDA X-ray, runway 23 approach, will report inbound Bacon, ANA traffic.
皆様、着陸態勢に入りました。シートベルトをお確かめください。お使いになった座席のリクライニングとテーブルなどを元の位置にお戻しください。手荷物は前の座席の下にお入れください。化粧室のご使用はお控えください。
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now making our final approach. Please securely fasten your seatbelt. Please return your seat and table to the original position. Please place your baggage under the seat in front of you. Please refrain from using a lavatory. Thank you.
It's targeting 230 knots now, that's good. Just above minimum clean. Just going to clean this up. Standard pressure. To local pressure. It's 3016 now. The local pressure, which equates to 1021. because the that button doesn't work. The standby instruments. One of the next updates that they're going to be putting into this, I mentioned it at the start as well, but just in case you missed that little bit of the stream, Horizon Simulations are looking to put in some quote-unquote goodies. I don't know what they look like or what they're going to consist of, but they are currently in a position where a lot of the more significant bugs are squashed. This texture pack, this enhancement texture pack is done as well to make the flight deck look a bit older and a bit more worn, and I think it does a really good job of that. And then obviously the livery packs as well, but they're adding some goodies into the main package. I just don't know what they are yet, so a little bit of a surprise. I'm looking forward to actually kind of identifying and working out what they might be. We're going to go to the NavRad page. Really important we check this. I might have forgotten to do it. 108.5277 inbound course, so it's a 47-degree offset localizer approach. And if you are just tuning in perhaps, this is what we're doing. LDA X-ray runway 23 into Tokyo Haneda. So in through Bacon, Doyle, and then we start this 47-degree offset approach to 5 miles, and then we break off and we then swing the aircraft onto runway 23. We got 4 miles and 1 manoeuvre to get it right, otherwise we go around and try again. Keep smashing the like button as well. Still level of 13,000 at solar. VNAV's doing a really good job of maintaining all of these constraints. I've set 4,000 on the MCP just to see what it does and how it handles all of these. I think it's doing a pretty good job. What do you guys think? Watching, do you think you're quite? Are you impressed by what you're seeing? If you're seeing this, the Horizon Simulation 787-9 for the first time.
Night Chassis Malaysian 88. Route November, arrival runway 16 left.
Johan says there's almost no compression upon landing. They should give attention to the landing gears if possible. We will see. I will record the replay, though replays are a little bit funky because they don't always show you the compression and the animations of things properly. Same with Wingflex, the replay, all of the replays, even flight control replay, are a little bit weird with the way they seem to kind of want to work with a lot of this. We're going to keep going down. Alright, said VNAV's doing really good, but it kind of just got a little bit freaked out by all of that just then, didn't it? Okay. Oh, that's why. My mistake. There's a gross error. Stock waypoint there. It doesn't have it. When we went on here, we clicked data a little minute ago. I was hoping it had it. Oh, actually, maybe it does. No, it doesn't. I was hoping it would have had the constraint on there, so I could see relevant fields. You can see there 230 at 13,000. It's on the charts as well. I've just spotted it on the charts, and it's also maintaining 230 knots. Misread an element of the charts there. Thankfully identified it quickly, so we could recover it. It's down to different companies' 7.3 simmer, and then I guess an element of personal preference. So some people like to set 4 miles and 8 miles. Some people like to set 6 and 10. And it also, I think, depends on what approach you're doing and what runway you're doing, because sometimes it might then dictate what sort of approach you would do instead, or what sort of fixings you might require to assist you with having the right information for the approach. Look at that livery in the sunset. Stunning. Really cool. Yeah, Leicester, there is traffic though. That guy. And I'm not quite sure what he's doing. So I'm just routing around, giving him a bit of space. I think that's the Malaysian aircraft that was calling up. Yeah, Malaysian 88, A350-900. That should be more than enough space. I think he's on an entirely different routing, to be honest. So I think we'll go direct shaft now. Back to VNAV altitudes, 13,000. Here comes the VNAV path. Arms. ANA traffic on Nippon 34 is direct shaft descending to 8,000. Not sure where he's going, but he's getting further and further out, so we will continue, not worry about him too much. We're about to have our work cut out for us, so order brake 2, altimeters are set, missed approach is brief, check the data, we've sorted out our error from a moment ago as well, so that's all good. All of the lighting is set for the kind of evening dusky approach. Yeah, Johan, that's what they're trying to... So we mentioned that on the last live stream 2 days ago, that kind of snap down on touchdown. And they are trying to solve that. In fact, if you've got questions, David N123 in the live chat is one of the developers behind this from Heavy Division. So welcome to you. Thank you for your ongoing work. As he's saying, this is release candidate 3. Noticeable improvements, actually, David, from the release candidate from the other day that we previewed. And this, I've got to say, whoever's painted this on Nippon R2D2 livery is just exquisite. Even now, it's kind of as we progress into nighttime with logo lights, the emissives are really spectacular, and just generally, it's a very impressive aeroplane. Very enjoyable. I do like it a lot. We'll replay the touchdown again, and we'll hand fly this. Well, we'll do this LDA approach. This big old 47-degree offset. I think it's the biggest offset approach we've ever done on the channel, I think. So I'm now recording on flight control replay. Shaft at 8,000. It is, crikey. That gives you 9 miles to lose 4,000 feet. Yeah, the livery is stunning, isn't it? Look at that. Yes, Takeoff, really nice, David. I liked it. It was okay before. To be fair, I didn't have... I think maybe because of the routes that I was doing, it maybe didn't ping up for me, but Takeoff really, really nice. Actually, so yeah, great job. Whoever's been tweaking that. Kabakusi's for landing. Here we go. You see the landing lights now illuminating up the side of the airframe there. And then if we go to the nose cam view that I set up, what have we got here? Let's see. Pam, look at that. Wow, that sunset over there with Mount Fuji. Bloody beautiful. Toby, hello as well. Another Horizon Sim dev. Really good. Wait, look at this.
Savannah 739 heavy line up in takeoff 1816.
Just stunning.
Narita.
In my one of 2 all-time favourite countries in the world. Absolutely, Toby. Yes. I think touchdown is a little snappy still, so I think it still kind of snaps you on the ground a little bit, but it's not as bad as it felt the other day. There's another screenshot for you. Look at that. Oh. And up ahead of us shortly, we should start to see lights from Tokyo Skytree, Tokyo TV Tower, and all that kind of stuff in the backdrop too. There goes the sun. Okay, let's concentrate then. It's the business end of the flight. Flat 5. Well, actually, I've set 10. We'll leave 10. Speed's good for 10. I'll set 200. Ooh. Let's see. Get my charts out. It's not good doing these kind of technical flights with really heavy cold. 4,000. Just going to go to vertical speed mode now. And it was 277 with about 300. .307 for that 30-degree intercept. There's Haneda over there, and that line there is the runway we're landing on. Cool, that's all good, that's all set. Let's see if I can turn the dome lights off. There we are. That's better. Okay. .180. Speed gives us time. Should I say the speed? The lack of speed gives us time. Probably decelerating a bit quicker than I need to, but I would rather do that. Make sure that's set. So at missed approach point, turn left, climb to 4,500 outbound to Haneda, VOR radial 177, flying to a T-boat via Uraga and join the hold. Here we go. 1 to go. Set. Level at 4, that's good, that's what we want. So we'll be level at Doyle. As long as we're level at Doyle 4,000 mandatory, which is in about 2 miles, then we tick that big box, and then we'll stay level at until Dambo. So we don't need the speed brake anymore. Let's arm that, ready for the arrival. Speed brakes armed, auto brake 2, flaps currently 10. Speed's now dropping off to 180, that's good, that's what we want. And about 5 minutes maximum to landing. What goodies are they going to be, Toby? It got me very curious. Look at that. That's fantastic. Just buggered that, didn't I? I was too busy looking at the views and I forgot I was in heading mode, not LNAV, and I forgot to arm approach. But it's fine. We've got a little bit of time to get this sorted. Once we get it sorted quickly. Secrets, David. I look forward to it. It's very exciting. Okay, so approach 277. It's a 47-degree offset localizer approach. Inbound course of 277, but we're landing on runway 23. (180 flap 15). That's 500. Just a little bit uncertain with this. Set 4,500. Here comes the glide path, and we are at 14 miles. It's actually 10 miles. I think. There it is. Sky Tree. Oh. And Mount Fuji watching over us on approach in the background. Stunning, right? Haneda traffic on Nippon 34 is past Dambo on the glide for the LDA. X-ray runway 23, 12 miles. What do you think the landing ratings are going to be then, folks? That. Just stunning. I love how the liveries are a little bit dirty looking as well, aren't they? Tokyo in the backdrop. Okay, let's focus here. So that's the runway we're landing on. This is tough. It's a hard approach. We go gear down. (6 miles or so now.
2,500.
And flaps 25. Gears down and green. Flaps 25 is down and set green. Just check the auto brake again, the QNH and the speeds. 144. Getting ready to take over. One more final recall. (143). Imagine if you were a passenger here, just very briefly, where have we got? Look at that, you'd be looking out the window and you've got that ahead of you. Just stunning. Okay, my throttles. Autopilot off, my controls. Visual of the runway. We've got 3 red, 1 white, so I'm just going to bring the pitch up and add a tiny little bit of power. .5 miles to go. Haneda traffic on Nippon 34, short final LDA 23.
1,000.
Check. 4.9.
Minimum.
Check. Following the turn. Flight directors aren't helping us at the moment, so I'm just ignoring those because they want to track the ILS. This is a visual approach. Handles really nicely in manual flight, folks. This Horizon Simulations have done a good job, from what I can tell. Continuing just about 5 or so degrees angular bank, keeping it nice and smooth, small progressive changes. Keeping the aeroplane coming down nice and gently. Check. Woofer, Captain Woofer says hello. He's just doing a couple of final call outs on approach. Ever so slightly high. Just tickling that second red. There we go, that's a bit better. Careful not to sink it. So we've dropped below VREF there. That's fine. Looking ahead. Here we go.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Flare. Holding the flare. Still holding the flare. So a big old snap down effect still on landing, but the takeoff has been vastly improved. Cool approach, right? Delta 5 is coming up through 60 knots. We can get rid of the brakes and the reverse thrust. Welcome to Haneda. Ta-da-da.
皆様、飛行機は間もなく停止いたしますが、安全のためベルト着用サインが消えるまでお座りのままお待ちください。Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft will come to a stop in a moment. However, please keep your seatbelt fastened whenever the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign.
Trying to navigate here with without looking at the flight deck. Lovely animations. Where are we going? Good. Ah, chuffing it. I reckon we can make that. Trying to show you guys all like the flap animations and stuff, and then I get sidetracked so easily. Doesn't help having like some COVID-y cold and everything else. Runway turn off lights, strobe lights, taxi lights. I'm leaving the front nose landing light on, just to give us an extra bit of blast here. And it was stand 60, wasn't it? Yeah, the landing's a bit odd behaviour-wise. Whoa, that's bright, chuffing neck. Oh, yeah, the landing's a little bit odd behaviour-wise. It snaps, doesn't it? As we've also we've seen the other day and today. Takeoff was a little bit similar. The nose wheel wanted to stick on the ground. Took a fair bit of force to kind of get off the ground, but they've solved that, and I'm confident they'll be able to improve the landing behaviour as well. I think that's the only real kind of niggling bug left. There's our touchdown. Seemingly right on the centre line. Look at that. That's fantastic. To theory, yes. I believe it will be. Nobody knows what happened to the quality wings, Cythera. They seem to have just vanished into thin air. Stand 60. Probably actually marked as gate. GSX. $60. Ground handling is quite nice. And the what do you guys think of the texture pack? We were looking at that a few times throughout the live stream, where they've made a couple of the screws and bits and the flight deck environment look a lot more worn. What do you think of that? I think it looks really good, personally. Just keeping the wide steering.
Narita traffic simulation 88 for Mark final for runway 16 left.
Echo all the way to Echo 9, so we're just down this one. It's the first time seeing the flight deck at night as well, isn't it? And they've also done custom cabin lighting, so well, they've put like a, from the outside looking in, they've put like a cabin effect on there, so you can see what it looks like, as if there's a flight deck and a cabin as well. Legal Aviation, welcome to you. I used to have one of those sidewinder controllers, Bird, for Flight Sim 2000. Oh hey, there we go, look at that. Get the APU fired on. There's the taxi light. On its own, without the landing light glaring away, doubling its intensity. So crossing Gulf. Yes, 60 is pretty much where we started actually. So we're going into here. Sun 60 is that one. So a little bit of brakes. We have to shut the engines down so I can get our score from New Sky to see how well we've done after we park up here at Terminal 2, and then we'll have a little look at that replay as well. Darren, hello buddy. But progress coming on really nicely with Horizon Simulations. Don't forget they've got a life away from the community. It's not a payware development house. It's a group of like-minded people who are all trying to create something for the community to enjoy in their own spare time around work and studying, whatever else they might be doing. Oh yes, MPS Gaming. That's how unwell I feel. My goodness. Yeah, massive thank you to all of you who have chosen to subscribe to the channel over the last couple of years. We actively avoid kind of mega clickbait and all that kind of stuff that you see, and because of that, growth can be a little slow, but we've got to a whopping 30,000 subscribers, and I want to thank every single one of you who has pressed that button, watched the live streams, hit like, and all of our channel members, bronze, silver and gold channel members, for all of your ongoing support over the last how long has it been? Almost 3 years or something? 2 years? My goodness. Yeah, massive thank you to all of you. I couldn't do it without you all, so I really appreciate it. Turning in. Chasing that 50,000 milestone, that's what we're doing. And yeah, yesterday's rugby was an elbow to Johan. It was It's a bit disappointing in a way, actually, the rugby. At least from an England perspective, because we played so incredibly well that in reality we should have had a whole load of points on the board with a couple of tries fairly early on, and it never happened. It's just so sad that it didn't materialise for them. Premium was the normal Microsoft Flight Simulator Haneda Cythera, but with the RJTT enhancement from FlightSim.to. Oh, which one is it? Is it the VDGS or is it the guy waving me in? We'll go with the guy waving me in. I'm going to park it right on the stop line and see what it gives us. Bosh! Can't complain about that, that's perfect. What does he think? I think he still thinks we need to come forwards. Screw him, he doesn't know anything. Wicked. So let's fire up New Sky. This was the second leg, Gregory. That's the charts, that's the New Sky. Let's close our flight and see what we got. Pretty much the same balance again there. 9.87 average touchdown. Probably a little bit on the firm side, isn't it really? But really nice, close to the centre line there. And that was our routing. MPS, good work. So now we can stop the recording of flight control replay. I'm going to load it. We can watch our touchdown back. Haneda. There we go. Klaus says, I'm really looking forward to the 789 release, but also hope they'll add the missing features like fire test in the future. It'll really do the job in a long haul. Oh, chuffing heck, I'm still on VATSIM. Yes, disconnect quick. Whoops. Right, let's fast forward. We want to go to about
25
here, don't we? Uh-oh. Is it going to crash the desktop? I think it will. Ah! It did! Well, that's one way to end. This is the problem with replay tools, right? So this is flight control replay that I was using today. And you pause it and you try and zip it forwards to get the right little bit. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it will just go, don't like it, crash the desktop, have a load of that, see you later. Today's obviously one of those days. That's pretty crap, isn't it? But yeah, on that bombshell, thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. Head over to Discord if you want to continue the conversation over on our Discord server, and in fact if you want to get the invite link for Horizon Simulations Discord as well. I forgot to grab it for today, so be sure to ask for it in our Discord server and I'll give it to you guys there too. But in the meantime, as always, massive thank you for all of you watching wherever you are in the world, hitting like and subscribe and all the rest of it. No release date yet for this, but it's release candidate 3 in progress, ongoing. Really nice pace for this freeware aircraft coming soon to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'm hoping I can stream tomorrow, but it's depending on how unwell I am. Because yesterday I felt like I was catching something. today after my night shifts I feel completely wrecked, like I've been punched in the face. So I'm not sure, we'll play it by ear, but keep an eye on the live stream thread on the channel, or in fact our Discord server. I'll announce any live streams there in the relevant section. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. A huge thank you to our air traffic controllers on the VATSIM here in Japan today, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Thanks for watching.